Yes. Hang on.
What?
Hang on. Got to do this. This should now not be coming through there. Hello. We say welcome to. This is coming through very loud. There seems to be a real element of randomicity. Randomitude with this mixer where sometimes it's loud and sometimes it's not loud. Hello everybody, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
This is the late night alternative. Sorry about Friday, it's Friday the 13th.
Had some unfortunate business.
We had private business. Private dancer, dancing for money. Do what you want me to do. It's private, no need business. Jog on. But thank you for your kind words. Unfortunately, Katherine is dead, and we are now trying Cathobot 2000. It's an older model, but anyway, I was going to say something, but that's that. I made the mistake of leaving.
Please ensure I am in family mode.
I made the mistake of leaving a little bit of newspaper on the floor, and so the cats.
We know what's going to happen.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
It's so lovely to have you here. You're such a lovely audience. And boy, oh boy, you know, we were saying on Friday how we're several hours under our contracted time. We got to make them up somehow. So we're going to do, not tonight, but we'll do some longer shows. I'm going to do some Iain Lee's Daytime Friends, which I think is the best title for a daytime phone-in show.
Yeah, and we're going to do some late night alternative overtime.
You see the shadow of the cat?
Furious cat.
That's outrageous. There's a chance. There is a chance. There is a chance that Big Boy might come in. Big Boy's been hanging out a lot with me. Patty, darling.
Is this supposed to be there or there?
Doesn't really make it. I don't really care.
Because I appear to be lit up more than a RuPaul contestant, which I don't mind. Obvs.
We don't make it. I don't care. Hang on. Let me just fix this. That's better. So.
There you go.
I wish I had a bit more length.
Well.
Because then I don't think I can do it with this. Hang on. Okay, it's all right. Hang on. There. Oh, dickhead and... Okay, well, they're being idiots and I can't really show you that. Hang on. Just going to press the button, but
let's just say they're obviously not fans. Is that the Sport down there?
No, that is... I don't think that is the Sport, actually. I don't think that is the Sport. Plug this in.
Who's been messing with this stuff?
My eldest been playing Fortnite and watching Ali A videos. I got a shout out from Dan TDM the other day. Did anyone see that? Did you see my shout out from Dan TDM? I'll play it because I think this is important actually. If I Iain Lee, Dan TDM. This is important. This is important stuff. This is important. I'm in. There we go. This is important stuff. I'm in with the streamers. So let's go full. Let's go to screen 2. Here we go. I didn't pay him.
Sounds like you did.
No, I didn't pay him.
Sounds like you bribed him.
Me and my boys had a great time. Saturday night we watched... Oh, it's so good. We watched it at the cinema. The Spider-Man multiverse. It's such a good film. It's a beautiful film. It's so beautifully animated, drawn. I don't know if they draw cartoons anymore, but it's so beautifully... Oh, you couldn't hear it? Oh, in that case, let's just do that again. Here we go.
Jump pad
so much better.
I feel like the overhanging trees.
Shark, thank you for the prime. Iain Lee, welcome. Hello, how are you? Thank you for the 200 bits.
I didn't give any bits.
Hope you're doing good.
Do you feel a lot?
Hope you're doing good.
Hello. Thank you for the 200 bits.
Hope you're doing good. So, here's a mess. That's why I'm wearing the hat. But if I wear the hat long enough, it kind of pushes it back.
I see what it's done there.
So we watched the Spider-Man multiverse, which is a great film. It's so beautiful. It's so funny. It's so clever. Nicolas Cage as that's good. One of your
one of my prints in someone's
Nicolas Cage as a film noir Spider-Man that beats up Nazis, an anime Spider-Girl. Oh, it's so well done. It's so well done. Big fans of Miles Morales in our house. He's the young kid Spider-Man in that dimension. Love it. something fresh has been laid.
Yeah. Cat
So we did
eggs.
that, and then we watched Dan TDM playing Minecraft Championships, and me and my boys would just send in silly message. Oh Jesus, I'll go and clean it up in a
Sweet.
bit. We'd just send in silly messages to on the chat because someone wrote, I don't. What it says, there was a mode on Minecraft called Bingo, and someone wanted to say, I don't like Bingo, it's boring. He said what they wrote was, I don't like Bingo, it's boring. Bingo is spelled Bingeh, and Bingay was his name mode. So we had great fun doing that. But then someone
Aiden, sorry, thank you for the tier 1.
someone in the chat last Friday, the brief time that we were on, mentioned a bit of Allan Beswick. And I like this becoming a bit of a thing, right, of...
The best of Beswick.
The best of Beswick, right? And this is great. This is from, and I need to get this right. So this is from Thursday's show. And if we go here, it's about 9:46.
News, it's 3 minutes.
No, hang on, we'll go.
Right, but
It's about here.
number 6, rugby
Number
league.
6,
Yeah, rugby league. Yeah. It was.
Mike at least. Was it Mike? No, it was Oliver. Hello.
Sorry. Got me.
What do you want to talk about, Harry?
Not that.
Right. You got me.
Will have done. I mean,
There we go.
I didn't really. I'm not big on remembering names of footballers and cricket players and all of that. I remember a few, but not many. I'm not that, right. So Elbean. I'm just trying to find out. Oh, they are Keith Elwell.
Right.
And so everybody ends. The second way you said ELWELL. Keith Elwell.
All right.
Here we go. This is
All
great.
right, mate. It's all right.
Here we go.
I'm glad to be of service.
Enjoy.
0800 218 2255. I'll do Kuchikov.
What?
Καλησπέρα, λένε ο Κούτσικος είμαι, αλλά οι φίλοι μου με φέραν στην Πουσιζόπουλος γιατί είμαι γκέι, αλλά θέλω τη μεγάλη πούτσα σου μες στον κόλο μου, εντάξει, φίλε μου, εντάξει, Alan, how are you? Baby, how are you?
How are you, baby?
Yes, I am caressing for you, baby, caressing. Alan, σε θέλω μωρό μου, εντάξει.
Oh my God.
Alan.
I hope you're wearing a condom. How do you feel?
Ah, dearie me.
Oh, that's great, isn't it? That is absolutely great. Let me just zoom out a little bit because I came a little bit closer, and then we go. We're both in. So that was my weekend. How was yours?
It was all right. I got the big screen out. I bought myself a better projector. Because I bought one for 30 quid last year thinking it would be a load of crap. It was actually quite good, but not quite good enough.
You bought one for me and we couldn't watch anything on it.
Well,
but your eyes, your whole family's eyes are effed, aren't they? And I hadn't got glasses at that point.
Half of us need glasses, so half of us were happy. Yeah. It was all right. You know, when you bear in mind you paid 30 quid for it, you kind of expect it to be a little bit... So anyway, I bought another one, which, again, wasn't the most expensive.
No.
And you thought it would be crap. It's great. It's really good. So on Saturday night, we watched Onward, which is about two little blue fellas who bring half their dad back.
I thought the boys had seen that. They haven't seen that, so
It's
we're
really
going
good.
to watch that.
It's really good. I mean, it's no Coco.
Oh, I can't watch Coco.
But it's good. Oh, there's some dad stuff in it. There's quite a lot of dad stuff in it. And then the second day, so yesterday, we watched Back to the Future. And I'm always kind of a little bit trepidatious when it comes to watching 80s films with the girls, because a lot of the stuff that flew for us...
Well, but also...
When you watch The Goonies, there's a lot of flipping sexual slurs in it and
putting
stuff.
on a film from, I don't know what year it was.
85.
You put a film from 85. That's the equivalent of when you were a kid watching a film from like 1950.
Yeah, but we would have done. Here's the thing. I was talking about it to my mum. I said, when I was a kid, if it was on the telly and you were at your grand's...
If it was on the telly.
You were all watching it, right?
If it was on the telly.
So I saw The King and I, all that sort of stuff, that if I offered it to my children, they'd go, nah, let's watch Up again. So they've got more kind of... they've got more power over what they watch these days.
Yep.
Whereas a lot of the stuff that I watched was kind of hit and hope. It's on, it's suitable for the family. We're all going to sit and watch it. And so I saw some things, and I've got a lot of kind of cultural references from the 40s and 50s and 60s that, you know, well beyond what, you know, my sphere of life, but because I watched them with my grandparents, you know. So, you know, I saw Gypsy. I didn't really get it all.
Not allowed to call it now. You got to call it Traveller.
I didn't realise she was a stripper. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and I thought that's all that strippers did, was kind of stand behind curtains and stick their legs out. So, you know, there were family films and family
films. That's why she got
films.
fired from Spearmint Rhino after just one night.
Spearmint Rhino. I was working at Peppermint Hippo.
Oh, that was
so
a children's entertainment venue.
But they really enjoyed it, is the long story short. They really enjoyed Back to the Future. And when we said, OK, so next week we get Back to the Future 2, they actually cheered. So win.
Don't bother with Back to the Future 3. It's boring.
I like Back to the Future 3 best.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the. Now we're going to end this show on a bizarre note.
On a bum note.
What?
That was good.
0203 286 6370. This is the only phone-in show on Twitch. You are.
I have instructions for you tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, yes. Tomorrow, big night. Very big night.
First of all, we've got my mate Brendan coming on doing some yoga, right? And when I say Brendan's doing it, you're doing it. I've said to do is about 25 minutes, and he's given me some instructions, right?
How long is he doing?
About 25 minutes.
What for?
20 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
That feels.
You'll love it.
Well.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Okay.
Will you both have mats that will be able to use?
I have a yoga mat over there.
And you had a mat, okay. Now, what we also need is some cushions, maybe 3 each, but I've got yoga blocks.
Bring your own cushions. You're not using my cushions to get sweaty on.
I've got yoga blocks, so I don't need that. Do you have a yoga belt?
Of course I don't have a yoga belt. What do you think I am? A knob?
Do you have a dressing gown cord?
What is this?
Do you want to borrow one of
This
mine?
is all getting very
No, it's
Michael
just-
Hutchins.
It means he'll be able to show you and the viewers a few things to do with
Who's
props.
this? Pete, what are you doing?
First of all, good evening, Catherine. Hello.
Good evening to you, Peter.
Dickhead.
Second of all, Ian, what the hell is wrong with you?
Well, thirdly, you recommended a shit show to me.
A shit show?
I would like a formal apology for the 2.5 minutes
No.
of utter crap that I watched.
No.
Pete
you
somehow,
watch?
Pete somehow got my phone number, right? And he texted me. And Pete said, here's a tip for you. Auntie Donna's House of Fun on Netflix. Just watch the first episode. It's genius. So
No, hang on. What did I actually say in my
I've
text?
just read it, mate. We haven't got time to go through the whole message
Who's
because
that?
this is a short show tonight.
Who's Auntie Donna?
I don't know.
Whoa! Timber!
God, you absolute melt.
Took me ages to stick that up, so to speak.
I said it's either genius or really weird or both.
Right, doesn't matter. I watched the first 2.5 minutes, right, put off straight away by their awful, wacky haircuts. It's like you going, oh, Ian, you're a fan of the Monkees. Why don't you watch the new Monkees that aired in 1987 and then watching it and going, what?
Yeah.
Showdan Mark says in the chat, Auntie Donna's is shit!
Oh, here we go, it's kicking off!
And that's got with 1, 2, 3, 4, I mean, more eyes than is necessary, like shit!
It's kicking off, mate. It is kicking off.
Who was?
Don't you dare time him out. Don't tell him. Don't tell him who it was. He'll time him out.
It was Barry Norman.
Oh, well, he'll get his comeuppance. I think he's dead.
He is a bit, yes.
Anyway, Pete, so I accept your apology. How can we be of a... How I accept your apology. How can we... Oh, I'm sorry, Ian. Could you just go, like... How do you... Pete, can you show me the movement that your mouth makes when you're eating like a Mars bar or an apple or something? Just show me the movement. I'm sorry, Ian. Auntie Donna's one shit. You're absolutely right. There we go.
What's with the tongue action?
And Ian is... Oh, okay, finished. He's finished talking now. Right, Pete, what can we do for you?
So, Back to the Future 3.
Yes?
It's not shit.
It's not shit, it's good.
I didn't say it was shit. I
They
said
put
it was...
a lot more thought into Back to the
say
Future 3.
I didn't say it was shit.
You said don't bother with Back to the Future 3.
Out of the 3, I would suggest the second is the weakest.
And you, Pete, have extrapolated from that don't bother. You've extrapolated the word shit. And I think you're projecting.
No, he would have said shit.
Yeah. But first of all, here's in order, in reverse order, the Back to the Future movies. In third place, it's Back to the Future 3. In second place is Back to the Future. And the winner is Back to the Future 2.
Are you joking?
No. Hey, has anyone watched Police Academy on Netflix? Have they kept in or cut out all of the racist bits?
I mean, it's amazing that you'd watch that on Netflix and yet not got on with Auntie Donna.
There's an amazing... I remember it being shown at 5:45 on ITV on a Saturday, and there is a scene in it where there's two like horrible kind of rookie cops, and they go, and he goes, my God, there's a lot of N's here, aren't there? And he turns around and Hightower, who is a tall black gentleman, and he looks at him and goes, which is a good thing. Oh, Pete's laughing. Pete's a racist. Oh, Pete, we outed you as a racist.
Didn't laugh at the bad word. I laughed at the comeuppance.
Although some of the scenes we've seen in America this year suggest that might be more of a documentary than we thought.
It's so hang on. Do we know, have they kept it in or have they not kept it in? That's what we want to know, because if they've not kept it in, I won't be watching it. I once did
very short film.
All 7 Back to the Future movies in one day.
Back to the Future?
Police Academy. We'll cut that bit out.
Well, someone's made the video game into 2 films, so there's now 5 Back to the Future films.
Oh. There's no need for that, is there?
You could probably whack in the animated series.
I'm going to cut you off now, Pete, all right?
He's geeking out. It was for his own good.
There we go. We got rid of him.
That was nice.
We got rid of him. We missed a phone call here. 553.
The thing is, I haven't seen a film since Back to the Future 2 where the daughter is played by the actor with a wig on.
The person you're calling is not available.
Okay.
They stopped doing that, didn't they?
Yep.
Was there some sort of edict?
Probably. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Yes?
Can I participate in the show?
Daniel, welcome back.
Could you turn the Twitch stream off, please, Daniel?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to take the sound out. Okay. Now I turned it off. Sorry.
Thank you.
It's just I'm very happy that you sorted out a way of having your own show, and like without having to be on the radio. I'm very happy for you because now you are more free, I suppose.
So free. So very free.
But I have one question that I would like Iain to answer me.
Iain, I'd love to hear it.
What a boring caller. Bye-bye.
Hello?
Oh, no. Another one.
Yes?
Iain, can I ask you a question?
Iain.
Boring.
Is that one day I was sleeping and I left the radio on and I was listening to the show on my dream. Right?
Wow.
Was it any good?
It gets more listeners than DAB+, let me tell you that.
And now I don't know if what I listened is real or was my dream. Can you clarify me?
Of course I can clarify, please.
Why are you asking Iain?
So
Who is it? What's going on?
In my dream, and I had the radio on, and you were saying on the radio in my dream.
Yes, we get the idea that you were listening to the radio.
While
So hang on, was
asleep.
this Inception? Were you listening to the radio in your dream as well as listening to it while you were asleep?
That's what I don't. The radio was on, and you were talking on the radio.
In your dream or while you were asleep?
That's why I need to ask you, because you are saying some things that I don't know if you said them or not.
Okay.
Was it Daniel?
You were saying.
Oh, Daniel.
Yes.
Was it that?
Hello.
Hello, Daniel.
So you were saying that you.
Wow.
Hello.
Hello.
You were saying that you did ayahuasca. You know the psychedelic drugs like ayahuasca, and that it did solve your sexual problems. Is that real?
What did I say my sexual...
You can do it right now, please.
Thank you, Councillor. What did I say my sexual problems were?
You were saying that I could come, and you were saying I did ayahuasca and I could come.
By the way, if someone could clip that audio and send it to me, please, 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 someone clip that clip. That's going to go viral. That's what we want to go viral.
Is that true or not? Because I'm confused. I don't know if you said it on the radio or not.
Why does it matter so much, Daniel? Is it something that you might pursue?
Well, I know Iain, does drugs from time to time.
Well, he tries not to.
Sometimes I just can't. But
he doesn't go deep into the Brazilian rainforest and drink stuff that makes him throw up, just so he might be able to,
I do like coming.
Okay, I will not know the answers for sure.
Harsh in the chat says, Harsh saying 1979 says, this is ringing a bell.
And I could come. So,
what did he say again?
So when you are in a sexual relationship, when you have the orgasm, you come, right? You were saying I.
No, we don't need a definition of coming. We know, but I certainly know what coming is. I'm assuming, and I'm not going to ask. But here's what I do.
Stick a pencil out there.
Say again.
Stick a pencil out there.
That does it for me.
Anyway, I'm more clarified now.
Are you?
It's okay. I can live with it now. It's okay.
Okay.
What do you think the answer was? What do you think?
I think he did ayahuasca, and somehow it helped him come.
Well, I really think this is great.
You're a pervert.
Ask me the question and I will answer it for you.
The question?
Yes, ask me the question and I will answer it for you, honestly.
If you were saying on the radio, I did ayahuasca and it solved my sexual problem, I could come.
I would not say yes, but I certainly would not say no.
I hope that clears up my cum for you, Daniel.
Anyway, I'm very happy for you.
That I can come. Thank you. Me too. As are some of my partners. Thank you, partners. Was it not a melange? What do they call it when if I was like an Arabian prince and I had a tent?
Yeah.
Not a boudoir. That's the bedroom.
Nobrot.
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 Oh my God, my sister's listening. And yes, it is harem. Thank you. My sister's listening.
You've been watching too much Bret Michaels, mate.
We started season 3 of Bret Michaels.
Oh,
and it's
spoiler! He didn't find love at the end of season 2.
It's on a tour bus. And it's a little bit racist.
It's not on a tour bus. It's on 2 tour buses.
Pink and blue.
One of them is like hell with a lid off. And it's only day 1. There was a woman crying, jumping up and down and saying, I want to go home. I want to go home. Sadly, those heels were not clicking together.
0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, as you can tell... let me put... Hang on.
Daniel, brackets, doesn't know if he's coming or going.
There we go.
Naughty Daniel.
No, don't say what I put down. Those are my private aid memoirs.
That means something else in America, doesn't it?
Nut, you think nut means
Princess
come.
Nut.
Right. As you can tell, the show, you can call in with about anything. Okay, smell of old books, that gets you a ban. No, that's a ban. 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 Did you get the song my friend DJ Screbshot emailed you? It's really... Can we ban that comment, please? That commenter, please. It's really catchy. He composed it himself and is quite proud. Thank you, Mods.
I saw it. I didn't listen to it.
Which way did it go? Did it go to this email? Oh, here we go. Let's just...
You were saying that I could come, and you were saying I did ayahuasca and I could come.
By the way, if someone could clip that audio, if someone could clip that now, to me, please. But clip it so it's going to end here.
I could come, and you were saying I did ayahuasca and I could come.
Cut. There. Oh no, cut after the laugh. By the way, if someone cut after Catherine's laugh. But thank you to Brian. Fast fingers.
Wow.
Fast fingers there, Brian.
Brian
thank
is not
you.
Playing games.
Here we go.
Tonight.
We've got another version of it. Here we go. What have we got here? Problems were. No.
You were...
No, that starts too early.
Come on now.
Come on, guys. Come on. No. So, what DJ Screbshotter? Here we go. I wrote some music. I just made a groovy tune for your talent night.
Yeah, I produced everything myself except the speech bits.
Well, then we don't play it until the talent night, which is this Wednesday. So we've got a tune. I need to mark these up. So I'm going to create how do I create a folder? I'm going to create a new label. So talent. So that's going to go there. So we're going to add that. Move. What do I do? How do I move this? Move.
Don't you click on that one with a little sort of arrow thingy? No, the next one.
That one.
No, the next one.
Is that one?
That's labels though. Next to
Move to talent. So it was that. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got. Right. So now Chris has sent us a video. So I need to download.
Yeah, get that downloaded before it gets lost.
Well, hang on. When does it expires on the 22nd? So now we'll download that on the show. But what we're going to do is we're going to put that to talent. So we transfer. You're going to. So this one here. Move to talent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any others for the talent? This is going to be... Explain what's happening on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, it's going to be... Well, we say in talent, it's more... I mean, it's looser than that. We're thinking more sort of variety. So it could be anything. It could be something really silly, or it could be something super serious and, trained. But we can't guarantee that the trained person will end up winning, because what we'll do is we'll narrow it down to 5. And then at the end of the night, you lot will decide who wins. And we know that you lot are daft. So I'm expecting it to be quite an act.
I can't move this one to talent. Move to inbox. Well, it was in inbox. No, go back. Right. I can't move this one to talent.
Try pressing that one.
That's not it.
Labels.
Okay.
Label as talent.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's not what I wanted to do, but it'll do for now.
It worked though, didn't it?
Are there any other talent? Well, I don't know if it did.
My methods are unorthodox, but they're kind of effective.
Talent show. I made this years ago for a competition, but never entered it. So figured it's now my calling. Well, thank you, Mark Jeffries. It's lovely to get other competitions.
Offcuts. Things that weren't good enough.
Thank you.
Throw a kettle there. No, I'm putting my feet on it.
So move that to talent. You got any others for talent? Who's Lee? Hello, pick me. It says Lee, Barry, Pickles, Jordan.
Oh, you know who that is?
Who?
Lee, Daft Lee, that rings us up.
I don't know.
Lee.
Subject: I would like to play a song on the talent show. I can only do it after 10p though. 10:30 p.m.
Shanty Pony.
Thank you. Okay, so we've got 3 entries for the talent show. It's not a lot.
What about that one?
Which one?
This guy.
May I participate in your upcoming talent night, please? Well,
yeah.
Yeah, of course you can. So we've got people saying they're going to do it.
People asking if they can. You can.
Just do it. Just
it's
phone
like
up
people
and do
asking
it.
if they can ring us up. With the numbers, all the details are here. We're actively encouraging it.
It's
you
a
don't
phone
need an
show.
appointment.
Oh, I'm going to phone. I'm going to. Don't give me that. I'm going to phone up crap. Phone up or naff off.
Yeah.
Naff
You're
off.
a pervert.
You're a pervert.
What did they say? Squat or get off the pot?
Shit or go home. Actually, go and shit in your house, then come back.
I had a friend who could never do that at work. He had to go home.
I can do it at work with great pleasure. Struggled to do it in pubs and could never do it in someone else's house.
Okay. Hard and fast rules there. It's good to have discipline.
I feel like... So Wednesday, the whole show is talent show. I've got a spangly jacket. We've got smoke machines.
Oh, there's going to be things. It's going to be son et lumière.
It's going to be pretty intense, dear viewers. And I would suggest... I've got to play more adverts than I would like to. That's because we're way behind on the adverts. Basically, we've buggered up the whole thing. We've got some subs. The Lobster, thank you. As a medic. Arcand. I'm Dot Lucas. Yes, you did miss the start of the show. Mardi Star. And others.
Thank you, Clunkers 2000 and Spacey 2021.
And Sulphur Bomb, thank you very much indeed. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. I feel like I should have more to bring to the thing this evening. I haven't really got a lot. We've got. It's only 13 minutes past 9.
Yeah.
We started too early.
We may have peaked.
Oh no! I tell you what. Twitch was trending for some reason on Twitter, so I clicked on it, and I don't really know Apple Podcasts. Okay, right. I don't really know why it was trending. I never got to the bottom of it, but I saw that a young streamer said, I'm assuming he's young, he could be an old man, I don't know, said, my aim is to get to 50 follows, right? And I retweeted it, and he hasn't got there yet.
What?
So I was wondering if we could just follow him.
Yeah.
Where is it? Look out. Spent the last. Hang on. It wouldn't be there. It'd be here. Tweets and retweets. Here we go. TR Comics. So we're just gonna go to his. Here's the. Let's go to
TJR
his stream.
Games.
So I'm gonna. Oh, he's up to 28. He had 10 and he's not seen that I've retweeted him, right? So if we can just get him a load of follows, there's the thing there. And he's only got one clip. He's only got one clip. Oh, he's only got. Hang on, what's he got up? He's only got one clip up. This is what we can expect from him. Here we go. He's a young man. There he is. I mean, that bookcase. How does that bookcase work?
I would say it's low octane at this point, but the day is young.
It's his first stream.
Exactly.
It's his first stream.
Damn emails, dude. What the hell? Does anybody know any Discords?
There we go. Okay, it's his first stream. Let's get him up to 100 followers. He's got 28 now. Let's get him up to 100. That wouldn't that be a nice thing?
He's got 30.
He's got 51. Oh, you lot are brilliant.
Thank you.
You lot are brilliant. Let's get him up to 100, guys. Let's get him up to 100. Oh, he's gone down to 30. What? How did it go up to 51 and then go? Oh, maybe I read it wrong. Okay, he's got 30, so that's disappointing.
Well, no, it's better than he had.
Yeah.
But we could do better than that, right?
Let's get him up. Let's get this guy up to 100. It's on 65. Why is it? It did go up to 60,
Yeah,
66. There we go. Let's do it. Let's get him up. 68. Come on. Let's get this guy up to 100. I'm a PC gamer. I mostly play Dungeon Fighter, Mabinogi Online. Wow. World of Warcraft. Please follow. LOL. Let's get this guy up to 100. Let's do something nice. Let's do something nice for the 67. There we go. We're doing it. Thank you. You lot are great.
Thank you.
You lot are great. Thanks, guys. We'll check in on that a little bit later on. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number.
I was just wondering if it's all right if I call in later, yeah?
Yes, it would be. Do you need any tips for topics?
Yeah, could you give me a tip for a topic?
New language that has developed since COVID.
Lovely. Thanks very much.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Knockers are better.
Also, any shows you've dreamt we'd like to hear about.
Or not. New words. Let's play new words. New words for 2020.
COVIDiot.
Okay. Furlough. They don't have to be new words, but they're new to you.
Right.
Furlough.
Anti-masker.
Lockdown.
Yeah. Social distancing.
By the way, what was this?
Amy Russell. Mask hole.
Did you see Imani's tweet?
No.
I don't know if it was 92 followers. You lot are the best. I don't know if it was. I clicked on the link, but it didn't go anywhere when I did it.
Oh, right.
About the mask. It's a patent. Is this right? Oh, here we go. Face mask with voice modifying capabilities. Oh, this was from 1985.
It's a patent.
An over-the-head face mask is provided with a This is what we need, though.
But isn't that what they use for cosplay and stuff?
No, I've never seen a mask that can amplify. So this.
Yeah, you've seen a Darth Vader one. They sell them for kids.
They don't amplify. They distort. They distort. An over the head face mask is provided with a self-contained microphone, a voice signal modifying device, and a speaker. A microphone secured to the face mask is located proximal to the mouth of the wearer and is electrically connected to a voice signal modifier, which in turn is connected to a speaker. I'll tell you what Frank Sidebottom could have done with that.
Yeah.
But that, to me, is exactly what we need. It's exactly what we need. How many followers has this guy got? If it's over 100, then we can stop. Let's have a little... Too many windows are open. 100 followers exactly. Bang on the money. Bishy bashy boshy. We are done. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone. Oh, Bubbles.
Oh, yeah.
Bubbles.
There must be more.
Okay.
Shielding?
Yep. Coded Raving says slipper tree. I mean, we did learn about slipper trees.
But the rest of the world knew.
During COVID. But circuit breaker?
Yeah.
What we call it? Oh, what we call it? A fire break. Our government is shit. Anyway.
He's caught it again.
No, he hasn't.
He has.
He hasn't.
He's isolated.
Exactly.
He's been around. No, but he's been around someone who might have passed
news.
it on to him. No, wait a minute though. He's been around someone who might have passed it on to him.
Fake news.
There was a picture of him at a meeting that could have been done virtually. You know, he's the person apparently that is supposed to be leading us out of this.
No, but what?
Stay at home, please.
No, but
do it all on Zoom.
But what? He hasn't caught it. But he's come public with this so that the fucking idiots that when they get a phone call from the shitty service,
they stay at home.
They stay at home. And here's the thing that I was thinking. Right. By the way, well done to LBC this morning for giving so much airtime to anti-vaxxers phoning in. You melts. If you're an anti-vaxxer and you want to phone in, don't.
Also, has anyone noticed how a woman is getting blamed for everything again? Princess Nuts.
What?
That's what they're calling Carrie because they're saying she's got too much influence. Who's angry with her? Flipping Dom Cummings.
Don McLean, I thought you were going to say.
They call him Daddy Cum. I mean... Daddy
Cum?
When you realise it's not your year that's running things, it's those tossers in the year above.
But
yeah, they're blaming her. They're giving her the old Meghan Markle treatment. She's got to be the power behind the throne that's messing everything up.
Well, the story was that it was her. I mean, but did that come from Daddy Cum or...
But she used to be the head of communication, so they're all looking over their shoulders.
They're all arseholes who don't care for anybody who's watching this or us. But because there was a thing the other day about the politicians will not answer the question. You know, they got the 4 tiers of, let's use the word tiers, the 4 levels of people to get the vaccine.
Yes.
Right? And none of the MPs will answer the question, are MPs in the priority? Are MPs...
Has Eric Hall died? Monster. Do you remember me interviewing him?
Yeah, it looks like he's died.
He was a nice fella, wasn't he?
He was a nice fella. So did Des O'Connor. Coincidence? Yeah. I think not. And I was thinking, of course the MPs shouldn't be amongst the first people to get it. But of course they should be amongst the first people to get it.
Because who's going to give the orders otherwise?
Well, not even because of that. Because so many people are going, well, we don't know if this vaccine is safe.
Yeah, set the example.
We don't know if it's safe. All right, well then they let them take it. Let the Prime Minister take it on telly. Of course, you get with people, it's not the real injection. Okay, you can never get past that. Let them take it.
Yeah.
Let's have a show where they're lined up and they've got their sleeves rolled up and they're getting the injection done on the telly.
Marty Fufkin, don't be a knobhead. It's nothing to do with thalidomide.
What's Marty Fufkin saying?
Remember thalidomide?
I do remember thalidomide. What's that got to do with this? I do remember thalidomide. Yes, terrible. What's that got to do with this? Barty, what's that got to do with this? I also remember... I do remember one of the tiny percentage of drugs that went wrong. I also remember the millions and millions and millions and millions of drugs that didn't go wrong.
I saw a tweet this weekend with the face of someone with smallpox. It was flipping horrific. Thank God for vaccines.
Yeah. Unknown side effect of a drug that came out sometime later. Okay, but I also remember the millions of other drugs that did work. So...
Are you not taking anything then?
So I'm... Listen, well, maybe we should hold our horses when it comes to vaccines, right? Thalidomide, you're right, it's still used, yes. Also, Pete says, don't tell us how to do our jobs, please. Barty's a regular and they're challenging him on it, but that's because he was still talking about him. But maybe we should hold our horses because there's a new vaccine that's 95% efficient. I want both because then that will make it 185% efficient.
Yeah, that's the way it works, yeah.
That is how it works. So do I. Just an observation that things can go wrong sometimes with drugs that aren't tested for long enough.
Okay, so you're not going to take it, or are you just going to frighten people out taking it? Because if we don't all take it, people are still at risk.
And also, why? Yeah, we know about thalidomide. How arrogant and rude of you to think that we'd forgotten about it. What a terrible, terrible person you must be to think that we had forgotten about it. Of course, I'm not going to have the Russian one. Of course, we remember it. But you know that these are, first of all, these are extraordinary circumstances, right? These are extraordinary circumstances. I'm having that vaccine.
Also, the vaccine doesn't work in the same way as thalidomide did. That was a different thing. That was a treatment. A vaccine triggers a reaction in you that's already there, that's already potentially there.
Rob
it's
says,
not quite the same.
I've got a 40% vaccine here if you're ready, if you want it. Yeah, I'll have it. I'll have it. I don't think everyone will be offered the vaccine, probably just those that are vulnerable. Well, that was what one of the experts... We're doing a vaccine show.
Sergeant Psychotic. I'm going to take your word for it with a name like Sergeant Psychotic. I think only 65% of people need to take it, studies have shown.
I thought it was 80%.
Which studies?
I thought it was 80% of the population had to take it for it to be effective. But we don't know because we're guessing. We're guessing.
But the thing is, right, a lot of people are guessing, but they only need to say it to someone who is on the fence for it not to happen for them and for them to be at risk and for the people around them.
Take the vaccine. Stop being dicks. Wear a mask. Take a vaccine. Although, I have been questioning the death numbers. We'll do some fun stuff in a minute. I have been questioning the death numbers quite a lot. Not quite a lot. The death numbers are making me... okay. I'm confused.
Yeah. Because they were counting people who'd had it. And now they're doing people who've had it within a certain time frame.
Yeah, it was people... Today, 400 people have died of COVID. Now it is...
They're saying with COVID.
No. This is what they were saying.
You're right.
400 people have died of COVID today. Now what they're saying is 400 people have died who tested positive for COVID within the last 28 days. So I just... The leveler says I would rather not take a vaccine that's been rushed through. Me too. God, me too. But I also would like to be able to go and see my mum and go to New York and, get rid of the mask at some point. So, yeah.
This hasn't been done in someone's back bedroom. You trust the other drugs they make, right? Pfizer, which is one of the biggest companies in the world.
Listen, Pfizer give me a boner 30 minutes after I take a tablet. Sometimes I can't even get rid of that boner, right? Since I've been doing ayahuasca, I can come. So yeah. But then sometimes it just comes back even if I don't want it, right? So if they can do that with something as useless as that, I'll take their vaccine. They're good company. They're good company. The leveler, I do not trust Pfizer. Do you want me to show you what they can do?
Do you know what I really don't trust?
I can have a boner by 10 o'clock.
Do you know what I really don't trust? COVID. I really don't trust that guy. And while you're umming and ahhing and being amateur scientist, COVID's going, who's next?
I'm having that vaccine. I'm having all the vaccines. I'm having all the vaccines. Does the vaccine make your nose red? Yeah, it might do. Maybe your vision go a little bit blurry. 0203 286. I hope my sister's switched off. 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You can call in about that. It's a little bit...
Phone in about whatever you want.
You phone in about whatever you want.
I'm not going to tell you what to say.
Here we go. We've got a phone call.
But if you do talk bullshine, we'll let you know.
My sister's still there. That's unfortunate for everybody. Let's never mention it. By the way, Joe, I bought you a great Christmas present. Get this, Gatford. Right?
Yeah.
Where my sister works, and I'm not going to say anything, right? But it's not a showbiz environment. Nicholas Boye was in there yesterday.
Well, I saw your tweet.
Yep.
I googled him, and not a lot came up.
Well, Well, thanks for listening so intently. Wasn't that our code name for Jason Stratham?
Yeah. Your
Because
son
my
kept calling him that.
boys couldn't remember his name, so they just went, "Oh, you know that actor, Nicholas Boye." They just made the name up, and so I thought I'd shared that with you guys. So Gatford's only a part-time listener. Anyway, my sister served Nicholas Boye, right? And I'm furious. She says it was a day off. I think she's trying to soothe my feelings. I'm furious because that's my one chance to meet him wasted. My family will never get that close to Nicholas Boye again, right? She's used it up. She's used it up.
Well, unless it was a good vegan sandwich, and he'll go back.
Yeah, this is true.
This is true. Roger says, Gatford has been outed as a filthy casual listener. Plastic fan.
Yeah, whatever.
Plastic fan. Plastic fan. Got no brains.
All I'm saying is there are other streamers on Twitch.
There aren't. They all stop.
Yeah.
They all stop streaming when we come on.
Joe says apparently he's filming somewhere nearby.
All right, Joe. Well, that is.
When you locate him, then we'll talk.
Please let me know. Anyway, but this is the point. I, off my own bat. Normally, Joe gives me a Christmas list, and I go, "I'll get that, and that, and that." No. I don't need a Christmas list from you, Auntie Joe. I got you a present using my own thought process.
He's good at presents this year as well.
This year, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm buggered. I don't know what I'm going to get you for Christmas now that I've given you your Christmas present. But that was a good
Doesn't
present.
matter. I'm still flying high on that one.
Did I tell you what the present was I got for Joe? Hang on, excuse us.
That's all right, yeah, no worries. Wonder what Ian's got me for Christmas. Probably nothing again. Sorry, hello? I don't know if the chat can hear me. Probably not.
She won't like that. I'll have it.
Oh, shut up, man! Yes, Gatford.
Yes, doom scrolling is a new word for 2020. It means the constantly looking through for morbid news.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for your call, mate. Joe says, is it as good as Pete Best's Drumsticks, which was a present I got her once? Oh, I found my tickets for The Who and for Pete Best that were never going to happen. I'd say it's better. What would you say, Catherine?
I'd say it's right up there.
There we go. Also,
Fast McLaren 71. Give her a Viagra surprise. His sister.
No, that's my sister. No. That's not going to happen. No. Also, the thing about vaccine, there was some dude, an expert, and I know some of our listeners don't like experts, but saying if this vaccine is what it says it is, this is when the first one was out, we could be back to kind of normal by Christmas next year.
Oh.
By winter next year, excuse me, by winter next year. I'll take that. Because there's me thinking, I've got tickets for The Who and Pete Best, that's never going to happen. Well, actually, that could happen in 2022. Someone says, what do you think about vaccine passports? Is it the vaccine, Joe? No, it's a record by The Vaccines. What did they do? Did they do the Vaseline song? The Vaccines Vaseline, which is a great song. The Love's Execution is a great book. I nearly put it in I've sent my sister today a relief box full of books and some Vizes. I would like all of them back, please.
He's marked them.
Well, I wasn't going to send you the Viz that we're in because it's treasure, but I have. But you know, and it's a good bit. I sent it off today, and I was going to put this book in there, Love's Execution, because it is interesting. It's him basically recounting 10 clients that he's had, changing all the details and stuff. But it's so arrogant. This woman, 70-year-old woman, comes in and says she's been obsessed and in love with this guy for years, and they haven't seen each other for 8 years. I was disgusted. How could a woman so old, so unattractive, so frail and wrinkly actually be in love? It's all of that.
What an arse.
It's all of that. Joe, I've sent it today. Hopefully tomorrow, probably Wednesday. I would say some great books in there. Some great books in there. Anyway, whatever we were talking about, that's the answer to that. 0203 286 6370. Just phone.
That's sorted.
Phone us up, you melts. Maybe we. Except Captain says, anybody else live on a boat? Yes, I'm sure there are.
Sailors. Who lives on boats? There you go. Call me now.
Okay, sailors.
Sailors. Fisher folk. Oh, those fellas down at the canal that smoke the reefer.
Oh, God, a lot of reefer going on.
There's a lot of canal hippies.
Reefer madness. When we went magnet fishing, they had to borrow my magnet to get out a trolley that they dropped in there. They're all off their face. We did. I did the thing with my kids. If you could go back in time, when would you go to? And I don't remember what my youngest said, something silly. But my eldest said, is 10. I'll go back to when coronavirus started and I'd kill the first guy that had it. And I went, ooh.
My God.
I said, whoa, ethical question there, dude. And then we were able to have the chat about, is it worth killing that person?
One life for thousands.
That bat shagger.
Millions.
Bat shagger. Because that's how it started. A man shagged a bat. Is it? And I said, is it worth... I didn't introduce the concept of bat shagging to my kids.
No. But when a man and a bat love each other very much.
I had enough trouble talking them out of thinking Red Bull sounded good. Dad, have you ever had Red Bull? Yeah, because a couple of their YouTubers are sponsored by Red Bull.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, what's it like? I said, well, it's not very nice. I don't remember. I've not had it for years. I can't drink it now because it drives me nuts. I said, it's quite bitter. I said, it's really bad for you. And because it's got a lot of sugar and caffeine. And I said, and they both started giggling. And I said, are you... I said, I was a kid once. I love having these chats with my boys. I said, I was a kid once. And I know I'm old now, but I try and remember what it was like to be a kid.
Mm.
And you giggling has reminded me of something. Can I ask you, and if I'm right, you can let me know, and there's no judgment here. Are you laughing because me saying it's bad for you makes you want to try it? And they went, yeah. I said, yeah, I remember. Shit, okay, right. And of course, me going, it's bad for you. And they're giggling because they're going, we've got to try that as soon as we can. It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the whole thing of it's bad for you, and I just about remember this. The whole thing of it's saying it's bad for you is not a deterrent.
No, smoking.
It's an encouragement.
Anyone?
It's an encouragement. I remember when the copper came round to talk about drugs, and he's holding up a little baggie with trips, and he passed around a little block of hash.
He passed it around.
He passed around the hash, and we're all going, "Yes, man!
Oh,
yes,
God.
man! You gotta have honest. Listen, guys, you guys are probably going to try drugs. In fact, you're going to try drugs today because I brought some reefers for you guys. So we're going to pass these. We're going to start one at this end and we're going to start one at the back at that end. 2 tokes and then pass it on. Don't worry, the teachers are cool with this.
Don't bogart that.
The teachers are cool with this, guys. That's it, young lady. You've got to hold it down as long as you can. It's going to burn, but it works. And because, we know you're going to try and do the drug. Kids are going to try drugs.
Yeah.
Most kids are going to try drugs.
Yeah, I think I may live to regret this comment, but all you can do is make sure your kids know they can talk to you about anything, even the stuff you don't want to hear about.
Sweet, sweet bumulate.
That reminds me. We
yeah.
had a life moment at home today. My eldest was asked out. She is 12.
Hey, flippin' heck.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, she's been advised of this young man's feelings for a while. He has a crush on her, but apparently he's had a crush on everyone. He's asked everyone out.
Is it the headmaster?
No.
Good. Thank God for that, because I'd have punched him.
It's another child. But of course, they've all got mobile phones now. And she was on the group chat when the message came through. And there was a little bit of laughing about it. And I went, don't be mean about it. Don't be mean. It could be you one day.
Yeah.
But she's embarrassed.
Yeah. Yeah, of course she is.
But what I didn't do was, ooh, and all that stuff, because that is awful, awful, awful.
No.
So I had a little chat and I said, listen, it's all right. I get you're embarrassed and everything. Don't be mean to him about it, though, because it's really brave of him to ask. And I know that you think that he's been asking everybody, and he might have. Maybe he's just a romantic. I said, but still, don't make fun of him. It's not fair.
No. Someone called The Leveller.
Oh, God.
Says, we'll allow this. Natural drugs can be good or bad. Would trust nature over Pfizer any day. Have to use your noggin, though. Well, it sounds like you're not using your noggin. I mean, what do you mean by natural drugs? Cocaine is natural. Heroin is natural. I mean, obviously it's synthesised in the form that we have it. But, I mean...
And they stop you using your noggin.
Yes. Natural drugs can be good or bad. I would trust the laboratory drugs. Listen, drugs work for some people and they don't work for some people. I don't like the whole...
I don't think anyone's claiming that hash is going to get rid of COVID, though, are they? So
No.
Are we talking about apples and oranges, my friend?
Yes.
Also, the levelers weren't that great.
The Levelers says not always. I don't know what. Phone up.
Oh, don't, because it will be one of those fascinating chats.
Listen, dude. I smoke more weed in a day than you smoked in your life. I know about drugs. I've been there, man. I smoked it. I kicked it. I quit it. Wouldn't let me go. But I'm clean. And I know more about drugs than you live in your life.
Yes, I don't try schooling the professor here.
I'm in Germany. Cannot phone. We do not have the phones.
Do not have telephone. We had phone calls from Switzerland. Could you nip across the border and ask to borrow hers?
You can Skype. TLNA. You can Skype.
So don't pretend.
Shall I send you £10 by PayPal, yes or no? I would rather you subbed, Alpha. I would rather you subbed.
Also, I'm not going to beg you.
Ian, do you feel better not smoking weed? Yes. I am poor. It's free to Skype. Fox gloves are natural. Foxes don't wear gloves. So there we go. I think we've answered all of the questions.
Catch it's natural. Are you going to use that? Because we've got plenty of that in there. It's just such a waste. So natural.
Ah, man, alive. Oh. To be really picky, says Plankton, vaccines aren't drugs as they don't have a narcotic effect on the body. Is that? I think you're right, and I think that's why there is a difference between a vaccine and something like thalidomide.
Fast McLaren 71. Google it.
Or try it. Let us know. I'm giving up weed. Soon. Okay, great.
Good luck with that. Been smoking daily for 12 years.
In what ways are you different from quitting weed, would you say? I'm not going on about weed all the flipping time, although the last 5 minutes could possibly be proved otherwise.
His
but that
theories are still outlandish, but they're not boring.
Yeah. I'm just, I'm fitter. I'm not wasting my money. I'm not anti anything. Do what you want to do. It just didn't work for me. Just did not work for me.
It's the weed evangelists, isn't it? The ones.
Yes,
the hash bishops.
Yes. Have you seen? Did we play this before? The old boy taking LSD in the 50s. Did we play that?
Yes, I think we did. Or was it a woman? Wasn't it a nice
it's LSD
1950s style housewife?
LSD on the British Marines. Okay, well we'll try that. Oh, it was, wasn't it? Here we go. Yes. Rare footage of a 1950s housewife.
Although those housewives in the 1950s, if you watch the Queen's Gambits, they're all off their tits.
But please watch your language.
I'm not the one that I was editing the podcast for last week.
Here is part of an interview.
You told a listener to F off
just before LSD is to be administered.
My husband is an employee.
I remember it's very quiet. This
one. They were looking for normal people, and I volunteered.
I see. Do you feel you're normal?
By the way, that is not a fun environment to take LSD in. Oh, you can't see. I do apologise. Move us down there. That is not a fun environment. No. You want some toys around. You want some CD. You want some vinyl. You want nature. You want to be access to nature, and you want like a really comfy cardigan.
I'm a little nervous, perhaps.
It contains 100 gamma of LSD-25, 1/10 of a milligram, the equivalent of 1/600th of a grain. An ounce of this material will make 150,000 such doses. Let us observe.
He's loving it, this fella.
He's laughing his head off.
Oh.
Well, tell me.
Well, I just couldn't. I couldn't possibly tell you. It's here. Can't you feel it?
Unfortunately for people in the 50s, they had to trip in black and white. That's because after the sort of mid 60s, it became very colourful.
This whole room, this everything is in color, and I can feel the air. I can see it. I can see all the molecules. I'm part of it. Can't you see it?
I'm trying.
Oh, it's just like like you're released or you're free or...
He's looking concerned now. These shots were filmed several days later.
Is all this pleasant or unpleasant? Or aren't these the right words?
What seems pleasant or unpleasant? There isn't anything pleasant or unpleasant. It's too beautiful. It's
Bless her.
having you thinking. I mean, can't you feel it? Everything is so beautiful and lovely and alive.
Skip to the end. Let's see how she's doing at the end.
Say anything about anything not being.
Tori 77, if this is triggering you, then look away.
Yes, what should I say?
I wish I could talk in Technicolor.
Yeah, there's no language for it. But this is why this all looks like fun. But this is why you shouldn't take drugs. Look at her after the experiment. So it doesn't always go well. That's
fun and games to the beard sprouts.
Exactly. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call about anything you want. TLNA on the Skype. This is the only phone-in show on Twitch. It is the best phone-in show in the country, possibly second to Allan Beswick's. But I'm sorry, I've dominated the first hour. What would you like to talk about, young lady?
Oh.
What would you like to say?
Well, it's not really that kind of show, is it? We just flip from one thought.
The girls
I'd like to be able to speak without you singing.
Listening to
but
what
that's never
we're
going to
saying.
happen. So, there we have it.
They're paying attention, we're blowing their minds. They're enjoying themselves and they think we're so kind because we're giving them the time of day.
Your armpit is glowing.
What I'm saying is most of our viewers are losers. Sad, lonely people with no one to talk to during lockdown. And we are like their friends.
No, we're not.
But I have to stress what she said. We are not actually friends. Happy birthday, Mandy. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mandy.
And that requires happy birthday, Mandy.
Happy birthday, Mandy.
But we are not your friends.
We're nobody's friends.
No, we're barely each other's friends.
Her.
And we're not the friends of the guy who sent us a bloody email over the weekend while he was off his flipping mash. Keep that SH1T to yourself, Ples. Thank you. Public service announcement.
Oh, shit!
What? Sponsors?
Yes, man.
Do it.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. It's sponsor time. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. We're all feeling fine. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum.
This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Katherine Boyle.
With the sponsor time. It's sponsor time.
Yeah.
When you were doing the man's voice, you were actually talking. I could hear you.
I wasn't. I was whispering.
Yeah, well, that's still talking.
That's not talking. Talking and whispering are different. Whispering is quiet talking. Oh, you had an explainer guy on Twitter today, didn't you?
So I posted. Well, let's do these, and then we'll talk about that.
Explainer guys.
Speak to me about Richard Gregorius and one of the sponsors.
Richard Gregorian, he will get rid of them. He's a divorce man, but he won't force you, man. You'll have to pay him. He'll make you friends again. Richard Gregorian, he's the divorcian.
Yep. Poseidon Safety Management. Poseidon Safety By the way, all of the sponsors that we missed on Friday, we'll give you another day. Don't worry about that. That's happening. Poseidon Safety Management, thank you to Nick and to Zeus. Zeus. I'm not shooting Zeus.
They're all the same. It
They're-
looks like three dogs, but they're all the same. It's just different aspects of Zeus.
Oh.
Zeus from the front.
What's
Zeus
what's
from
this?
the
I want to
side.
get rid of this Zeus.
Big.
There we go. If we move that Zeus there.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, hang on. There's another Zeus.
So many Zeuses.
Oh, what I want to do is right. Oh, cool Zeus, prisoner Zeus, thinking Zeus.
Yeah.
He thinks, therefore he am. Poseidon Safety Management. Thank you, Nick, the other sponsor of the talent show that's happening this Wednesday. So far, there's a prize pot of £401 and 1 penny. Got to be said, Poseidon have played a little bit more than Richard Gregorian.
But only a smidgen, and I think that's more to get at Gregorian than to entice Hugh.
They are making Devon and Cornwall a whole lot safer at Poseidon. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to tweet. Let's tweet these guys.
Yeah, I like them.
Let's tweet them. Where's Twitter? Let's go. Oh, so this. Hey, look! That's the lad that we just got 100.
Yeah.
We got 100 thing. TR Comics. If you're in the room, welcome. Hell yeah, I'll follow you, man. There we go. We got Oh no, he's following someone else. Okay.
He's following Michael Crisis,
Okay, all right.
the owner of that nice fancy chair that got one. Michael
That's
in
Michael
Manchester.
Crisis. All right. Yes. Okay. More to come on that possibly.
Yes.
What was I going to do? Right. So screen. I can't set it up there because I'm an idiot. Right. So screen 2. So we're going to send a message to tweet. Hey, I'm going to do it here. So everyone at Poseidon Safe. Just wanted to say that me at Katherine
Yes.
Boyle and hashtag TLNA because that's the
yeah, there's no need to
crew,
say
love you and hope you are all well and safe. Oh, and I said that when it was safe to, we're going to go out on a patrol with them.
Oh.
Yeah. So there we go. That's those guys. Thanking you. Now, Abbey Care. We're going to, this week, maybe tomorrow, after the yoga, we're going to look at, on the abbeycare.co.uk website, there's a video of a tour of one of the Abbey Care centres.
Oh,
and we're going to
nice.
have a look at that.
Yes.
And we're going to do it as though we're watching Changing Rooms. So we're going to, or 4 in a bed. Was it called 4 in a
For
bed?
a bed, taking £20 off for
So,
pubic hairs.
yeah, so we're gonna tour one of the recovery centres, either the one in Glasgow or the one in Gloucester, and we're gonna judge it. We're going to judge it. We have had a few people get in touch recently, some friendlier than others, who are struggling with addiction. 29 days today, which is great. And I always say the rooms. That's how I got clean. But I do know a lot of people who have got clean in recovery clinics like Abbey Care. And I say, if this recovery goes... No, I don't do full stops on tweets. If this unless it's different sentences. If this recovery goes pear-shaped, I'm quite happy to go and check into probably the Gloucester place. Abbey Care.
Don't tell them that; they'll all be checking in.
Abbey
Especially with 25% off with this advert.
.co.uk, and
It's
at
not
some
just
point,
the away weekend.
I'm buying that laptop tomorrow because at some point I need the laptop. I need
We're
it for
going
work.
away.
We're gonna go and do the show from Abbey Care tomorrow. Remind me, we'll have a little look around their place. And JPU Records. What we're gonna do tonight? Let's play. Oh, now what was the song that Tom said was a really, really good song? Because he said it goes all funky in the middle. Let me have a little look. This is so many of you have ordered this. And
It's not quite Christmas yet, but people are starting to think about it, and this is going to be a bit of a flat Christmas if
and
we're not
Deck the
careful.
Halls.
This is going to be great.
It was Deck the Halls. All right, let me find it. Because, well, I tell you why. Because we've still got the competition going. The first person to tweet us, me, Catherine, and at JP.
Hang on, Rabbit-Head7, your fatted heads tire me. Christ. Oh, let me help you out with that.
Whoa!
Go to bed. Go to bed.
Tell them about the competition while I find this track, because we've had an entry, and you
I thought we had a
wimped.
winner. Yeah. Because he'd obviously had a little bit of a JPU Records haul, and I
You
think that is
wimped
to
out,
be
though.
lauded. Words.
You wimped out, and you gave him the prize, even though he hadn't won the competition.
Yeah, we'll give him another prize, right, for this one. So what we want you to do is, when you get your hands on this particular record, Happy Kids Christmas from JPU Records, the first person to tweet us a picture with them holding it. We want a picture of you holding it, and we want it sent to him, to me, and to JPU Records. First one in gets a TLNA t-shirt from our friends at Balcony Shirts.
No, let me go. So we're going to play a little bit of Deck the Halls, all right? So here we go. Let's have... and I know loads of you have ordered this already. Tonight we're going to go and look around the JPU Records website.
It's not what you expect.
No, it ain't nothing like this. Here we go. So let's have a little bit of Deck the Halls. Here we go. Ninja with the mullet, you're getting that T-shirt. Don't you worry about that. I'm assuming you've spoken to Scott.
Yeah.
And you've swapped addresses.
It was only this weekend.
Yeah. No, but I'm assuming. Yeah.
No, you're getting one. You're getting one, and I want you wearing it. Oh, here we go.
Drop the beat. That's how we're going to start this track from now on. We're just going to go here. Come on, man. This is worth it. It's $9.99, right?
So good.
Get 10% off with the code TLNA from anything on their website. And I know a load of you have bought a load of stuff from there. So thank you. And I'm going to pop the link in the thing. There you go. Oh, no, where has that gone? Oh. There we go. Have it.
Ryan says, how do I get hold of Scott? Because I want a T-shirt.
We did tell you, Ryan, on Twitter.
Yeah.
You told you got to tweet us, and then we'll put you in touch with Scott. That's how that works. 0203 286. Remember?
Remember?
Do you remember?
You don't remember me, do you?
Do you remember?
Doesn't remember us, does he?
Doesn't remember.
Don't
remember
us, does he?
0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Demon Ovard says, I put the tree up. Is that bad? No.
No, it's good. Get on with it.
I've been considering putting the tree up, but I get a real tree, and if I put it up now, it would be dead by Christmas. But I've been considering it.
Dead by Christmas.
We'll all be dead by Christmas. I've been considering putting the tree up to create a little bit of magic. I've got nearly all the presents for the boys.
I think at this point...
I think they've been looking in the
all the rules
cupboard.
are out the window.
Yeah.
You've got to seize the joy. Seize it where you can.
Yeah. Get in there. Has anyone had a viz from the subscription yet? A few people have. JKRX Art. I know they have. If I was going to put up a fake tree, I would do it probably this coming weekend because I've got the boys coming again Friday and Saturday, so I would probably do it then. But I don't know.
I haven't got any Christmas cacks. No.
I haven't got any Christmas cacks.
No, I haven't got any
Christmas
presents yet.
Keks.
I haven't got any presents yet. I need to sort that out.
I've got nearly all of my boys' presents, and they're up in the. I think they've been in the cupboard. Be with you in a second, James. I think they've been up in the cupboard because I had a bit of a questioning with them. But it was Captain Sexy. Let's get a shout out for the captain. I think it was weighted too much in the favour of my youngest. So then I've bought a couple of quite big things for the eldest, and now it's weighted the other way. I've got to balance it out. I've gone a bit nuts this Christmas. Who cares? The world nearly came to an end. My boys want to be streamers, and so my eldest has asked for one of these arms and a green screen. My boy.
Nice.
Captain Sexy, how you doing? I don't know if you are dressed or naked. If you are dressed, Skype us, big boy. Let's see what you got.
If you are naked, cover the nips.
Good evening. By the way, I don't know if we've had we had the shout out. Thank you, Mandy. One of the greatest channels on Twitch. James.
Now then, how's it going?
It's going very well. And hiya Every Two, who asked, does anyone ring in? Yes. He's naked. James, what can we do for you?
Oh well, I remembered something from my childhood today, and I thought I'd share it with you. And it was brought on. I don't know if you heard. There was a big fire in Bradford yesterday. Did you hear about that?
Nope.
It was really bad. It's I've only seen pictures of it, but it's this massive factory and industrial estate. But when I was younger, my mum sent us to bed with paste butties, and I thought, I think we were being naughty or something. So we went up to bed, and then there was all the fire alarm was going off, and there was smoke everywhere. And I woke up thinking my mum had just made us some bacon sandwiches or something. You know, I actually felt bad to send us to bed without something proper to eat. So anyway, like they tell you in school, you got to crawl across the floor, aren't you? Like get low. So we're all doing that. And then as we were getting down the stairs, my mum was at the door, like, and there was flames coming out of the living room. And she was like, what the F are you doing? And like, she was grabbing us by underpants, like, get out. Because we were like falling on the floor. It was quite a bad fire, like, we had to move out and everything. Yeah.
I remember we had fire plans when I was a kid. Whichever house we lived in, we'd always be like, if there's a fire, this is how you get out. This is what you do.
What, like written down, or like you just?
No, we just had a plan. I knew I was going out the window, and my sister was going out of her window. We knew where the keys for the windows were, because obviously we wouldn't leave the keys in, you know. And it was a real fear that it could happen, because I remember people's houses being burnt with chip pans and stuff in the 80s.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but obviously you got
very
out.
trendy in the 80s to have your house burnt down, wasn't it? Very trendy.
They had proper fires. I mean, God, sadly we still have them now. But
what
it seemed like more of a threat then.
So it was your house that was on fire.
Yeah, and one of the things is, my dad left. He went out. I think he had an argument with my mum, and he went out to the pub. And he says later that when he was walking, he saw a fire engine going past, and he was like, "Oh, poor family," or whatever. And then later, obviously, got the ring that it was his house. And then we were as organised as Kath. We all stood out in the street in our underpants, shaking, waiting for next door to open. And the old man goes, "Oh, I thought something was going on. There was smashing, and that was the windows going.
Bloody
but
hell.
I just thought nothing of it." And we thought, "Oh, you're just going to leave us."
And
leave us in
did the important question, what happened to the presents?
I don't think it was Christmas time. What presents?
Didn't you not say it was Christmas?
No.
What?
No. You're doing a Joe Biden on the side.
Here we go. Hire every two. I'm going to click on this link, hire every two. I don't click on links, but I see you're spamming the chat.
Yeah.
I'm going to click on this link. If
Here's
this
the thing,
link is
if you're new and we notice you, it's not necessarily a great thing.
if this link is shit, you're banned. All right, so let's click on this link. Hang on a second. Let's see what this link is.
Although as Minister of National Defence, I had sighting reports of UFOs. I was too busy to be concerned about them at the time because I was trying to unify the Army, Navy, and Air Force into a single Canadian Defence
Time him out.
Force.
Time him out.
And that
Time him
itself
out.
was a-
Time him out. That's a timeout because I've got no idea what I got. No, well, I do have a idea because I saw his earlier tweet. It's someone from some politician talking about UFOs. So James, it
In
wasn't.
2013.
But so there were no. It wasn't anyone's birthday.
No. The fire apparently was from. Well, we don't actually know for sure. Someone said officially it was meant to be like I think it was a touch lamp. You know.
Was it your dad?
That popular. Well, they say the record said that it was a touch lamp. So my dad left it on, and it's just overheated because he used to dodgy like plugs. But then my oldest brother, my dad used to say, was downstairs reading OK magazine with candles and stuff, and left them on. He's a bit that way inclined. So I don't know what went on in the end, but officially my dad left them on. Yeah.
But it was your brother. Your brother was having a wank.
Oh my God.
With by candlelight.
OK magazine.
He was up, mate. Trust me. When I was 13 or 14,
Could have been anything.
It could have been anything that would have got my rocks off.
What, even the Reader's Digest?
Yes, this always would have found something.
Better
What's
way.
the most obscure thing?
Pets Weekly. That's a joke. It's a joke. Just to break the ice. Most obscure thing. I don't know if I want to say.
Don't say then, God.
All right, Cilla Black on Surprise Surprise once.
Oh, wow. Well, some things keep to yourself.
Cilla Black on Surprise
That's
Surprise.
Unpredictable. That's the surprise, you see.
Serious. She had big old bosoms and there was just showing a little bit of cleavage.
She had great legs.
And I was like 13 and I was horny. Anything.
Wow.
Hey, wasn't it weird when you... I remember as a kid, you go in the bush to get your ball out when you're playing football and that, and there'd be like magazines or something.
A lot of men trying to in magazines. All right, thank you, James.
Porn bushes and chip fires, the 1980s.
Captain Zepp says the USA acknowledged their footage of UFOs. That's not
But that was from 2013.
But also, yeah, UFOs doesn't mean spaceships.
Things they can't identify.
Things there's objects that are flying that they can't identify. That's all it means.
They don't want to identify.
Don't feed the trolls.
To bring the tone down ever so slightly, the reason why we always had a fire plan in my house is because my granddad had been involved in a fire as a kid and lost his brother. There's the thing.
There's the thing.
He was holding his hand trying to get him down the stairs.
Yeah. Well, that suddenly makes a whole lot more sense.
No, but that's why. That's why. I mean, God.
Isn't it?
But
isn't it?
I think it was also the fact that more parents sort of used to smoke in the 80s. Because a lot of them were cigarette fires, weren't they?
Cigarette fires and chip fires. Also, what parents were putting bleach into fizzy pop bottles?
What? To decant them.
Well, we always shown to. I remember always being told at school. We had this guy. What was his name, Joe? The bald guy, the safety guy, who it was always raining when he came, and he'd always go, "I brought the weather with me." What was his name? Bald guy with glasses. I may have actually asked you this recently, and neither of us could remember. Anyway, he was always there about safety, and one of the things was this slide of like under the sink, and there was like pictures of like drawings of lemonade bottles with like bleach in. Who was doing that? Why would you not just leave it in the bleach bottle?
Was it the child catcher? Was someone who didn't like kids?
Or was it just leave it in the bleach bottle? I've got loads of bleach. I always buy too much bleach. I've got it. I don't think. This would look better in Coke Zero.
Also, the bleach bottles are super thick plastic.
Yeah.
You can't just put them in any old thing because it's bleach.
So it turns out Teflon is poisonous. I didn't know this. You knew this. I watched the Mark Ruffalo film today, not the Hulk one, the other one, and it's about how Mark Ruffalo sued DuPont.
Actual Mark Ruffalo did that.
Well,
I know he's an environmentalist.
It was so DuPont made Teflon. I always thought Teflon was from the space shuttle, but actually it was from the war. It was to coat tanks, make it water resistant. Kenneth Williams' dad died that way. Bleach that he thought was mouthwash.
Yeah, or did he?
There you go. And so Teflon is poisonous, and you said you knew this because if you scrape it or cut it,
once it's damaged, once that surface is damaged, you're supposed to get rid of it because it's
right.
But I don't think it's made out of the same stuff.
They changed it in 2014 as a result of this movie. But so DuPont, so the way it was made, right? Quite early on, they realised that this water-resistant thing was dangerous, but also that making it was really dangerous. And they did experiments, and some of the experiments they did was they this chemical FPOA
C8.
or something. C8 is C8
Stucher suggests.
C8 is it's 8 things linked up together, but it's also got another name, FPOA or something. And the way they thought, oh, well, this might be a little bit dangerous. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to lace some cigarettes with it, and we'll just give these fags free to the workers, and we'll see what happens. Of course, loads of them got cancer, like really bad cancer, really quickly. And then the women that worked on the manufacturing line started having birth defects. Kids would be born with a closed eye and one nostril, and so they just without took all the women off the production line without any reasoning. And then DuPont started. Obviously, it's coming out the chimney, so that's poisoning everybody. Then they just started dumping it in the water, and it turns out that.
What was the thing about lacing cigarettes with it?
I just said that.
Oh, sorry.
99% of humans have got this chemical in their bodies now because of DuPont. Because of DuPont.
Good grief.
Because of Mark Ruffalo. It's outrageous, man. It's mad. It's mad. It's a good film. It's a bit boring, actually. I wouldn't recommend it. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it's a little bit.
Was it good or boring?
It's got Tim Robbins in, and I liked it. It's got the classic. Thank you, Joss, for the sub. It's got the classic pairing of Robbins and Ruffalo.
Is that classic?
They've been in the Sex Addicts film together.
Oh yes, they were.
Has Tim Robbins ever been in a Marvel movie? Because that could be another pairing, and if it hasn't happened, it should have happened. It should have happened. So that should have happened. I think there are not enough. Is he in Hulk, Mandy? I know Mark Ruffalo's in Hulk. He's
in it a bit, yeah.
He's Hulk. Or as kids call him now. Instead of kids don't call him
Hulk Smash.
What?
Hulk Smash.
You said Hulk.
Hulk Smash.
Instead of the Incredible Hulk, it's Hulk Smash.
Yeah.
You know why? You know what's the Hulk's name when he's
David Banner, but it was Bruce
It's
Banner.
like killing a bee with a bazooka.
In the movies now, it's Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
And in the comic, it was Bruce Banner. The TV show, it was David Banner. Why?
Didn't they think that Bruce sounded too
Say it.
effeminate?
Too gay. They thought Bruce sounded like a gay name. Bruce Lee, anybody?
Bruce Forsyth?
Well, there's no... Mike says, it's just dawned on me why there is no spin-off this year for I'm a Celeb. Tell me why you think that is, Mike, and I'll tell you why you're wrong. Tell me why you think there is no spin-off for I'm a Celeb, and I will tell you why you
look
think
forward to this theory.
you are wrong. I'm assuming you're going to say because it's here in the UK. It's not. They cancelled it. They're going to cancel it anyway. I think they did it last year. I think they said last year this is the last time we're doing it. Budgets, money saving. Yes, Stu Pot.
Hello. How you doing?
All right, thank you. What you got for us?
Right, that thing about it sounded like a gay name's a myth for Bruce Banner. The reason it was changed to David Banner was the creator of the show was trying to move it away from comic books trappings and didn't like alliterative names like Peter Parker and Matt Murdock. And he was influenced by Les Miserables and stuff like that and wanted to make the Hulk a sort of like Robert Louis Stevenson style.
Give us the meat. Give us the meat. Give us the meat. Give us the meat.
So there you go.
I'll take that, Stu. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you.
Always
Bye-bye.
happy to be corrected on stuff like that. Thank you.
What you're not happy to be corrected about is how to play with a cat.
This is it. So you might not have seen it. New video footage of me playing with Big Boy, right? It's still not. I'm so close to touching it at the weekend when we were watching Miles Morales.
Give us the meat.
Okay.
Give us the meat. Give us the meat. Give us the meat.
meat.
When you consider that this cat would not come within 200 yards of us at one point, would just sit at the end of the garden glowering, right? Now look at the change.
So this is what we got now. Right, this is Big Boy earlier on today. Look at that. Look at him.
Come on, biggest.
Still won't let me touch him.
Come on, big boy.
Look at him. He's learning how to be a cat. He's learning how to be a cat. He doesn't know how to. First time he did this was on Sunday when with the boy's mum. My boy's mum.
Come on.
Look at his face. Look. And then I made too much noise and he got scared. But we'd had a good session playing together, right? And then so I tweeted that, and then a man. I wonder if he's. There we go. He'll go for it more if you drag it around a corner, so he can execute a surprise attack on it. Okay, but first of all, I got 5 cats. Second of all, that was like a 30-second snatch of a longer playing session.
Also, this is baby steps with this cat. This cat does not know how to behave.
He doesn't know how to be a cat. I'm having to do so many things. George is the subject matter. George comes and I, in front of Big Boy, I will make a big fuss of stroking George and telling him how good he is, and then I'll play with George.
Yeah.
And Big Boy's like watching it, like, what?
When I come round, we show Big Boy that the other cats like being stroked and that we don't hurt them. Here's the thing with that. The problem with that from the explainer guy is that if you surprise Big Boy at any point, he just bolts.
He's off. So Big Boy, we think he's about 18 months. And he's an absolute joy. He's a stray, but he's a joy. Last night he slept on my bed once a couple of weeks ago. He hasn't done it since. But last night he won't come into my bedroom, but he just sits on the other side of the threshold.
Vampire cat. And
just looks at me at night. And started last 2 nights he slept there, which is great.
He likes to see where you are, doesn't he?
He likes to follow me around. I'm surprised he's not coming here. It's probably because we're talking, and maybe these lights are scaring him a bit. He will come in here at some point. You remember when we used to have Big Boy Cam?
Yeah.
He sits now. He'll just sit on the rug about 4 foot away from me while I'm watching the telly.
He sat by my foot the other day.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. It is happening. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call.
But please don't explain cats to us.
What do you think of the DMCA? I don't know what that is.
George, you're a fanny.
I prefer the YMCA.
Don't know what the DMCA is. By the way, if you're wondering what these sound clips are, if you scroll down on your computer, you can do sound clips. Now is a great time, actually, for me to tell you that this is how we make our living. This is our job. And we were treated... We are the last liberal voice... Oh, there's a phone call coming in.
It's about to be silenced by a caller.
There we go. Hello, caller.
Good evening.
Oh, it's Alistair. Your name didn't come up for a season.
Alistair speaking.
Good evening, Alistair.
First of all, there was nothing I said on Friday, was it?
No. Well, I realised that we stopped while you were still on the line, and I was.
You were up there about.
Well, that may be. No. Nothing to do with you whatsoever. We had a little problem here, a little personal problem here, but absolutely nothing to do with you at all.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was all cool. I didn't think I'd.
No, you didn't do
Anyway,
anything.
good.
Don't worry about it. And I'm sorry that you've been left all weekend thinking.
Hanging
you
on the
might be-
line. He hasn't hung up. He's been on the line the whole flipping time since Friday. It's outrageous.
I'm dedicated.
That's it. All weird. Well, possibly both. You know, they're
Weird,
not mutually
yeah,
exclusive.
definitely weird.
Yes.
Definitely weird. No, I just heard you talk about the Mark Ruffalo film. I saw that as well. Is it called Dark Water?
Did you recommend it to me the other day?
I think you did.
Knockers are better. Probably mentioned it, not the other day, but a while ago.
Okay, yeah. He's good, Mark Ruffalo. I fancy him.
I do.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I like him in...
I don't know if he's a good actor or not. I think he's hot. Alistair?
Gutted.
Alistair?
Gutted.
Scotsman says the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. I don't think anything of it because I don't know anything about it, and I don't think anything... But if you want to call in and discuss it, I'd rather...
Hello.
Hello there.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button again. I don't know what went wrong. Yes. No, it was... Mark Ruffalo was in a film called Zodiac, which is about the Zodiac killer.
Yes.
And he was also in a film called
George,
Spotlight,
you're a fanny.
Yes.
which was a film about the clergy in Boston who had been abusing kids.
Yep.
So he's a great actor, and I think he did the best with that role in the film we're talking about. But it was, I think you're right. It was kind of, it became sort of very procedural in the way that they had to sort of feature.
Was it a bit worthy?
Well, but he's an environmentalist, I think, as is Tim Robbins,
Yeah.
and I think Mark Ruffalo produced it. You know, it's a good film, but then it does get a little bit legalese. You know, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it more. I thought I put it on, and I didn't know if I'd stick with it, but I did, and I did enjoy it.
And after I watched it, I threw my Teflon frying pan out, Catherine.
Why?
Well, I thought, I better not have this because I might get poisoned.
Yep.
Probably already been poisoned, but I thought, and
Why,
it did have...
Is it all battered? Is it broken?
It did have scratches in it.
That's it.
Oh, get
That's
rid.
it. It's poison, man.
Get rid.
It's nuts.
And then I replaced it with a very expensive frying pan because this had, I don't know, it wasn't made of Teflon or anything, but it was also mega non-stick and,
Mega
sturdy.
non-stick? What is this? Oh, I saw a card.
don't know.
I saw a great birthday
Oh,
card.
was it? Are you childish?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
But no with
Knob.
B. Did you see? How come you've seen that?
I've seen it because I've been to card shops.
Oh, okay. I saw that today. I was going to get it for you. I was going to
Oh.
take a picture of it and send you that picture. Send you the picture of it. By the way, Odie says, Ian, do you need a new Call of Duty code for the PS4? Yes, please. And also, here is my heartfelt plea. Stay there, Alistair. Can anybody help me get a PlayStation 5 with the disc drive? I've been in touch with Sony, and Sony said they would consider sending me one out because of my successful gaming stream. And please, Alice, this isn't for you.
He didn't say anything, it's just the noise.
I know, but I'm just trying to do this, and this is important. Right. And so Sony keeps saying, we'll get back to you. Then it comes out this week, Thursday, I think, right?
They're not getting back.
And I emailed them today saying, just a reminder, Hannah, just a reminder that one of my streams recently had over 110,000 views, which is true.
Yeah.
And didn't get back to me. And I've got a feeling that they're going to come back saying, we so sorry. I won't do the voice, but we so sorry.
They're blowing you
PlayStation
off.
don't live here anymore.
Yeah.
So how the hell do I get a PlayStation 5 with the disc drive? I'll pay for it. I mean, a free would be nice, but I'll pay for it. I mean, if you're going to insist I have to pay for it, I'll pay for it. But Jeez, guys, come on. I used to be somebody. Anyway, Alistair, yes, sir.
Well, it comes out this week, doesn't it?
It does. It comes out Thursday. It's sold out, but some places are getting some new stock in on Thursday. But they're telling people don't go to the shops. Or anyone queuing outside the shops, it'll be online orders. Let me tell you, they will be sold out before I've even picked up my phone. Amazon wishlist, Harsh. Thank you.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't pre-order it in.
Knockers are better. Was really confident. I was really confident I'll get it free.
All the promises, showbiz promises.
Well, yeah. I think it's a strong letter to Sony then is required.
I think so. I think all of
you've been overlooked.
Thank you, Odie. Odie's going to ask some friends about PS5. Thank you. That's what it's about, Odie.
Are they like robbers? Is it the Hatton Garden mob?
You're right, Roger. I'd probably best to wait until next year. But I want one now because it'll make me feel happy and it'll fill the hole in my soul.
Oh,
Alistair, did we get to the point of this call?
Yeah, just the film. Yeah, it's finished now. It's finished.
Shall I cut you off?
Yeah.
Okay, I will then. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number.
Do they answer deep questions or is it always light? PTB must be new around here. Does that answer your question? Hiya, every two. Shush, please. I'm getting really bored of seeing you pop up.
It could be a fan.
Well,
could be a fan.
Banging on.
Could be a fan. Hates aliens. I would be the first man to kill an alien.
Would you? What if it was a sexy alien?
I would. With green with 3 tits?
Yeah, or 4.
Well, four's too many. 4's greedy.
Well, they might be great ones though.
Spiderfish want me to call in on Thursday and show you my PS5? No. Why would I want that? If it's to show you giving me your PS5, then yeah, that's great. Otherwise, no. Thank you for the sub, Palace Mac. Evening. 0203. Right, time Andrew out, please. Who's saying are you saying I've got rubbish jokes? I will. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you can Skype in from anywhere in the world on TLNA. TLNA. It's hot, isn't it? I'm having trouble with
I'm all right. I'm quite happy. I've got my jumper on.
Okay, it was my house.
Knockers are better.
My temperature is fine.
It's hot.
You've got a T-shirt on. I can't believe you're hot. How are you hot?
Because I think the heating is
blasting.
I don't think it comes down. It's on 17.5. That's switching that off.
17.5 is not a proper temperature.
That's it. Itchy Adelaide.
So tomorrow we're doing yoga.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's like killing a bee with a bazooka.
It's not actually. I would say it's very different.
I'd say it's like helping the bee out of the window gently and on its way to fulfill its role as the centre of our ecosystem. Because we're all fellow creatures just trying to make our way through on this rock spinning.
Tell them about the yoga. Stop being a knob.
I can't stop being a knob. It's genetic.
Heads or tails?
Both.
She's right. She's right. Look, it landed like that.
Yeah, yoga.
Don't tell them the history of yoga. Tell them what's happening tomorrow.
We're doing yoga. We're gonna clear the decks, and we'll put our mats down here. We might get a nice candle.
No, that's the wrong answer.
It's the right answer.
It's the only answer at this point. And we're going to do some light stretching. If you've got your own cushions, if you've got a yoga block, if you've got all the works, then bring it. But cushions and loose clothing, but clothing preferably, please. But also belt from your dressing gown.
Oh yeah, no, this is the belt thing. This is the belt thing. I knew there was a point that we'd left that we had to go back to at some time. So thank you. What is a yoga belt?
It's just like a belt. So you can do like resistance stuff, I guess.
Well, I'll use a towel.
Okay.
Because yoga belt isn't a thing. Does Brendan know what he's talking about?
I've got one. Came with me blocks. Have you got yoga blocks?
I haven't got blocks. I've got a yoga mat.
Knockers are better.
They are, but probably not for yoga.
I'd like to see you balance on them.
Well, that sounds like a challenge. So we're doing it tomorrow. What time's he coming on?
He's coming on at 9:30, and then at 10 o'clock we've got Caitlin Bailey.
But this is the problem. You can't do a 25-minute... I won't be able to speak for an hour. You can't have a guest.
You'll be all zenned out.
Okay, so... And he's going to do it on Skype.
Yeah.
Have you asked him?
Yeah, I asked him.
So he's going to be on Skype. That means that you can be on Zoom. Now, this is going to be tricky. It's going to be fiddly. We're going to have a multicam setup.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a lappy in front of me because someone's going to get their ball sack out.
It won't be me this time, after last time.
But we would like you to join in on the Zoom.
Yeah.
Please. So I will post a Zoom link tomorrow, and you will be welcome to come and join us on the Zoom and watch Brendan on the Skype.
Yep.
And he's good. He's proper.
Brilliant.
He's a nice lad.
No one's going to be doing themselves a mischief. You work to your own, the extent of your own comfort or slight discomfort is all you're going to feel. But I guarantee if you do as Brendan suggests, you will feel...
You'll fart.
Better.
You'll fart. That will happen. And that is fine. Farting is God's...
You fart anyway.
When was the last time I farted when we were doing a show?
Last week.
Okay, but when? Like Wednesday?
Gosh, I don't count anymore.
Oh, because I've stopped. I've got respect for you.
Have you?
Yeah.
When did that start?
It's not really. I'm faking it to make it.
All right, okay. Well, thanks for pretending.
It wasn't even good enough to be shit.
It's true. So we're doing that. And then Wednesday, it's the talent show.
Yes.
And we want your talents.
Yeah.
We want your talents.
And they may not be big talents. They may be tiny talents.
Cash,
I'm not talking about
cash.
your penis. We're talking about something that might... Again, I'm not talking about your penis. We're talking about something that might entertain a small crowd.
A lot there.
Because everything sounds like I'm suggesting.
That's your issue.
It's not. Sometimes a talent show is just a talent show.
No, that's the wrong answer.
Stop it. So we're going to get people on. They will do their talents, big or small. Again, I'm not talking about peni. And we will whittle it down. No, still not. And you will choose from the 5 on the shortlist. Again, I'm not talking about that.
Let's have a moment. Glinch says, Katherine is looking so hot tonight. That's an awesome haircut, Katherine. I would suggest, and I would like to get your feedback on that, the first bit of the sentence is unnecessary and unpleasant. The second bit is nice. That's an awesome haircut. Would you agree with that? How does that whole sentence make you feel?
I think the word is objectified.
Right. How did you feel about someone complimenting you on a haircut like that?
Haircut, yeah, it's fine, it's nice. It's the sort of thing you would say, you wouldn't mind someone saying to your... I mean, I don't know why I need to explain it. How would you feel if someone said that to your mum that they didn't know?
I think that it's okay that we're explaining it because I think a lot of men are learning stuff that we hadn't learned when we were younger.
Yeah, I'm not here hoping that you're going to think I'm hot. It's nice if you like watching, but I don't need to know whether you would consider having sex with me or not. So thanks very much for the compliment. I'll take the compliment part, but I don't need to know the inner workings of your trousers. How's that? And the same goes for you, right?
All right, I won't tell you what's going on inside my trousers then.
No, but you feel uncomfortable with that stuff too, right?
Yeah, I do, and that's why. Listen. I accept your apology, Glinch. That's for Katherine. I know the thing was aimed, and I was singling you out because
it's become normal.
And maybe I don't know how old you are, Glinch, but I'm aware that in the past I'm still learning. My language has been wrong. I'm also aware I'm the dad of 2 boys, and it is my duty to educate them what is and isn't acceptable. So I do think having this conversation when it's something like that, I think it's quite
Advis
useful.
1977. No one said they wanted sex. You are so hot. What does that mean? That means that they fancy you, right? And what does fancying someone mean? Are we really going to argue about this?
Advis, I'm assuming you're a bloke. To pretend that saying someone is so hot is not about sex, I think is naive. at best.
If you wouldn't say it to someone that you don't know, if you would say it to someone that you don't know, have a word with yourself. But you wouldn't, would you? You know, it's,
You're nice looking.
Why do I need to know that? Why do you need to tell me that?
Ooh, I never said I wanted sex with you. OMG, just nice hair. Well, now you're being a dick, Glinch. Now you're being a dick.
No, but that sounds like...
No, I agree with Kath now. That explains. Very sorry. Yeah. Cool. You're not being a dick. I was a little bit behind on the chat. I just think... Advis, why are you so resistant to learning and to thinking that maybe you are wrong? Particularly coming from a woman who has experienced... What was it that you the mansplaining thing, and you said, oh, now you get...
Now someone's mansplaining how I feel to me. So I'm telling you, it makes me feel uncomfortable, and I know from speaking to other women that kind of stuff is never nice, really. If we're on a date, that's another thing. If I'm expressing a mutual interest, if we know each other, that's a different thing. But come on, I don't have to explain this to you. And actually, when a woman is telling you how they feel, it's always nice to listen.
Yeah, instead of coming back with but
you should do this.
But that's not what he meant. Okay, but that's how you interpreted it.
Yeah.
And so that's how you heard it. Whether he meant it or not is kind of almost irrelevant. It's the use of language that creates that it has a meaning to the person it's directed at.
Also, it's kind of the assumption that I need your approval in some way. A little pat on the head. Well done, you. So Ian's here and he's like the funny one, and I'm what? Exactly. You wouldn't do it. Come on.
Leveler, I'm assuming you're joking because I'm going to time you out because you're getting on my nerves. I'm going to time you out because you're being weird.
Yeah.
Spinal Tap. What's wrong with being sexy? Absolutely right. Maybe don't say Mark Ruffalo was hot, just to set a better tone.
Well, we're not telling Mark Ruffalo that he's hot, are we? We're not.
Is it different?
Confronting him at work while he's trying to do his job and telling him that we find him attractive.
There's something in that. There is, but it is different. But I would struggle to explain why it's different. Is it different?
It's confronting someone with how you feel about them when they didn't ask you.
But me saying Mark Ruffalo
You're
is
not
hot...
telling that to him. You're not cornering him at work when he's trying to do his job. Are you? That's different.
I did actually.
That's different.
Roger's going to get a time out and a punch in the nose. Me saying he's hot, there is an element of objectification about it.
But there's also the argument that...
Don't be sorry you typed, Lynch, because now we're having a great conversation.
No.
We're grateful that you typed. Thank you.
It's a subtle difference, isn't it?
Feeling uncomfortable is not nice, says Ryan. Very wise words.
It's uncomfortable, isn't it?
Good job Scylla didn't listen then. Well, that's true.
Hollywood is based on people being put up because of their attractiveness, right?
Yeah.
As well as their talent, sometimes instead of their talent.
Here we go. What Wonka's really going for it. Is it wrong then in a pub to approach a beautiful lady and ask to buy them a drink because you find them attractive?
But would you be upset if she said no?
Here's the thing. Me Too does not stop men chatting up women and women chatting up men. It doesn't stop that. It stops inappropriate behaviour. That's what it stops.
Oh, Bruiser 360. Maybe just ignore the comment. Yeah.
No, we don't. We've got to call it out.
Just ignore it and it'll go away.
We got to call it out because it's how I learn, and I've got a lot to learn. It's how you learn. And also, if we don't call it out, then it becomes acceptable, and then it creeps up another level. And then if we don't call that up, it creeps up another. It just keeps creeping up. It just keeps creeping up. And that's why Me Too had to happen, because it kept creeping up so much until, luckily, thankfully, it exploded.
Well, Me Too was about, sexual assault. And it was about the small, tiny... things that women and sometimes less tiny things, but the small incidents that women deal with on a daily basis and don't mention because it seems like making a fuss. Well, the thing is, that allows you to believe that it's only happening to you. And the good thing about Me Too was we realised how bloody widespread it was and how actually we all needed to grow up a bit. From the small things, the small instances, someone touching you inappropriately, someone crowding your space, they haven't done anything, what are you going to report? That's happened to me. To people being cornered in, cupboards at work, people dreading going to work, people being raped. It starts with someone thinking, it's all right if I tell her that, she's just a bird.
Also, Wonka, I don't understand why you're trying to...
Why are you arguing it so hard?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why why can't you just accept what is being said in this instance? Why are you trying to qualify it in other situations? Why? Why is that so important to you? I think that should be the question. Why is it so important for you to find a loophole?
Why do you need to win?
Why not accept that what was said, and the person who said it, I'm expressing my view, is that not allowed? No, you're not, though. You're not expressing a view. You're asking questions. That's not expressing a view.
But also, you're not listening. I'm the person that it affected, not you.
I would, yeah, okay. What you suggest is wrong, Wonka Champ, in the pub. Yes, I'm going to say it's wrong. Where does that get us? It'd be better if we called in instead of doing it in the chat. But I'm expressing my view. Is that not allowed? Well, now you're going to do a whole. My free speech is being delayed. It's not. If you want to be a twat, then you can express yourself.
The pub scenario. If you were in a pub, right, and you approach someone respectfully, I would suggest that maybe buying someone a drink these days is a bit old-fashioned, and there are a lot of women who won't accept drinks from strangers, and you should respect that. Women aren't necessarily in pubs to meet you, and sometimes, and it's happened to me in the past, where I've gone there with my friends and I don't really want to be chatted up, and so I would always be nice about it, but I'm not there to make you feel better. So how come it's always men who say stuff like that? Because men have the power. Or historically have, and have been brought up to think that it's their role to do so. That's true, isn't it? There's a saying, isn't there, that men worry that women will laugh at them and women worry that men will kill them.
Gosh, I've not heard that before.
When men start walking home with their keys between their knuckles, Wolverining at night, then you talk to me about us all being the same.
Wonka Champ, again, I'm not even going to read that comment out loud.
There's not an argument. You ask me how I feel, I'm telling you how I feel.
Yeah. You're looking to get blocked. You're looking for us to do whatever it is so that you can then go away feeling justified that your opinion has been shouted down. There's no free speech. There's no free speech. These goddamn lefties. Whatever. I don't really care about your opinion. I'm disappointed that I've wasted so long kind of engaging with you. You can call in, but you won't. It's important for you to be right for some reason. As a man, it's important for you to be right on how a woman should feel in a certain situation. We got a woman here, and you're not prepared to take on board what she's saying. And that, I think, speaks volumes about you. So I wish you luck. I think you're going to need it.
Yeah. I wonder why you're so worried about a challenge to your perceptions.
Thank you for sharing that, because again, this is also, I'm a boy and I've treated women not great in the past, and excuse me, love, I'm speaking. But I'm aware of the responsibility I've got to my boys.
Yeah.
To educate them.
I was listening to the Oldest Profession podcast on the way in, and we're going to be speaking to Caitlin Bailey tomorrow. And she was talking about how the difference between...
What's the name of the podcast? So people
the Oldest Profession podcast.
Let's tweet this as well so that people have got homework for tomorrow.
It's kind of... I'm not going to read anything. If you've got that much to say, give us a ring, because we haven't got time.
I'm going to read it, Glinch, and then I'm going to block you because you're a prick.
But is he joking? It's so hard to tell.
The comment was about how the man will be fourth class and the dominant black woman will take over the UK. Banned by Mandy. For those who don't know, Mandy is a woman of colour.
Yeah.
And Bless you, Mandy. That was beautiful. That was wonderful.
To be honest,
that was perfect.
To be honest, I would be quite happy for a dominant black woman to be in charge of this flipping shit show at the moment that we're under, because they couldn't do. They handle themselves.
Thank you, Mandy. His prediction came true, but much quicker than he expected.
But also, it's very telling as to what your fear is. Why are you so frightened?
And the Willy Wonka seems to have gone. All right, good.
What a shame. I'm just getting warmed up.
I love that's really made me laugh. Thank you, Mandy.
I'm glad we had that conversation.
I am as well.
There is a thing, and I think online especially, and this is quite a male environment. There's still, I think, the vast majority of the people watching this will be blokes, and I know that you're not all flipping knuckle draggers, but there is a kind of tendency online to see women as kind of sexual all the time, and it's unusual to see a woman with a jumper up to here and all that stuff. And I'm not criticizing anyone else's, people should be able to dress the way they want to and stuff, but just don't be a dick about it. That's all I'm asking.
I was disappointed in Glitch because I thought we were getting somewhere, and then they had to go off on that.
That's why I thought it must be a joke.
No, that's too long for no joke's that long.
Yeah, I get a feeling that he copied and pasted that
Anthony
from
Troll UK
his Twitter
says,
feed.
"I'ma pull my cock out on cam. It's not sexual though." I tell you what, Anthony Troll. Well, yes, thank you. Oh, Amy, that's a ban. That's a ban. That's a ban.
I'm pretty sure seeing your penis wouldn't be sexual anyway.
Marjoda, does the dynamic change if someone calls you hot on streaming? What do you mean by does the dynamic change?
Do you feel uncomfortable about it?
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Yeah, feel uncomfortable. And so we have decided. We decided it privately a few weeks ago, but we did talk about it on stream. That we're gonna, maybe it was like a week ago. We're gonna come down harder on that shit for both of us. That's why, which is why I kind of zoomed in on that point that Glinch had made, because we've decided that we're going to try and make a change in our tiny little corner of the internet.
Yeah.
We're going to try and make a change. And a lot of people like Wonka and like Glinch will get upset by it, and they will storm off, or they'll be blocked, and that's fine, and we lose their subs. I don't think either of them are subs. That's fine as well. But we are going to do our best to make this corner of our internet, our corner of the internet, somewhere where that doesn't happen. I get it wrong sometimes. And I'm prepared to accept that.
This ain't Babe Station. Go and pay your money. Stop being cheap.
Anglicans, or it turns into an echo chamber. I've got no problems with echo chambers.
Yeah, if it means that there are no twats in
Yeah. I mean, what do you want? You want? I've got no problem with echo chambers.
The thing is, right? If we don't clamp down.
Oh, here we go. Hang on a minute. Let's allow that. Wonka chump. In all honesty, I think you are a tosser. My comment will get me banned when you call people pricks openly. I don't agree with your high horse view.
What's high horse about it?
Isn't that funny? Because we've not given you... leave that comment there, guys. We've not given you the fight that you obviously wanted. Mm-hmm. And so you're getting very angry and very aggressive. And am I the tosser? Is Katherine the tosser?
Am I on my high horse because I am not interested in people's advances?
I'm assuming I'm the tosser. It tends to be the man is the tosser. I don't think I could. Hey, Sinjin. In all honesty, I think you're a tosser. Okay, well, you've stayed in the channel for a long time, and you've not got the fight that you seem to want. That people who use the language that you use seem to want. You've not been blocked. You've not been banned. You've not been or anything like that. You've just had Katherine arguing her position against your trouble-making questions, and I've just kind of sat here and not really done a lot.
I would suggest if anyone is a tosser, the very nature of what you've been doing there, batting things by yourself, intellectual masturbation, pretty much.
I didn't disagree.
I would look in the mirror.
Here's the last one I'm going to read, Wonka, because it's you're kind of very boring and you're dominating the chat, and it's dull for everyone else. I didn't disagree with your point of view. I just had a different opinion that you openly belittled to make someone look small. I didn't make you look small. I can't make you look small. If you feel small, I would really like to think that what has been said is resonating with you somewhere. Good that you feel small, because your comments, and they weren't comments, they were questions. They were narrow-minded, small-minded questions. So yeah, okay, I think you're small, but I've not made you feel small. You have done that yourself. I'm not going to engage with you anymore. If you want to call in, you're very, very welcome to, but you're dominating the chat. And the greatest crime that you have done tonight is you are boring. You're boring. And that is not good.
Not everything is about, we don't always owe you an argument. And actually, that wasn't something that merited an argument. It wasn't a debate. It was, how do you feel, Catherine? And I told you.
Hope that makes you feel better. Let's go. Hello, who's this, please?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, man, who's this?
Let me just turn the volume down. I was getting feedback. I tricked myself there.
The volume down.
I called in last week. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, who is this?
Stendhal.
Stendhal. Hey, Stendhal.
How's it going?
What you got?
I just thought I would call in again because I looked at what the chat was saying when I called a couple of weeks ago about the situation. That was pretty upsetting.
Oh, God, yes, I remember. You were in an abusive relationship.
I think so, yeah. I think it's safe to say that.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd do a follow-up call.
Go on. Go on. So you read the chat?
Yeah, just like some people were indicating that it could be certain disorders and things, and I actually went through that. I thought it was going to be something like that, undiagnosed, but in a relationship and then it's toxic, you have to be careful about what assertions you make on a person, especially if you're not like a psychiatrist or there's no impartiality. And so I had to hold that back because that person probably would have used that against me, started saying they're this, that and the other. But the reason for calling in, I've spoken to a few people and they've said that it's interesting because it was such a what am I trying to say here? It was such a compressed situation in like 5 months, and I was able to traverse it quite quickly because it was only 5 months, and that gave a real handful of examples of bad situations that presented themselves, and that is what at the end of it I was able to address each of those points one at a time, systematically actually, because it was a bit of a role reversal there. And because I was quite methodical, maybe that is what actually helped me find a space in mental health to actually recover and get going again. I'm not saying that that's a solution for anybody, but for me, I found that really quite useful.
Well, yeah, everybody will have their own kind of ways of dealing with those things. But as Dave says in the chat, oh God, don't look at the chat when you call. They're ruddy terrible. And
well, also, if you're anything like us, you'll only see the stuff from the idiots, generally who are not regulars around here, who come in for a fight. We've had an example of flipping 20 minutes of that just now. Actually, I think that your story was really interesting, and I'm really sorry that you went through that stuff. And it just shows that it can happen to anyone.
How have you felt since you shared it with us? Have you had any different feelings about it since talking to two strangers about it, or not? You may not have.
It was absolutely the only way. These were all chapters in recovery, because going from acutely unwell to moving forward to reaching out and getting professional help to putting into practice the things that I was being told to, bring my life up to a positive place again, like see myself in the positive again, go back to where I was. Yeah. That was things like do exercise, do yoga. So I'll come here tomorrow and I'll probably join in.
Good.
Yes, man.
Stuff like that, and just like counting your lucky stars sometimes, and like I suppose some people have got positives and others don't have it in certain areas, but it's all about finding what you have. So yeah, chatting with you was it was good, but I think I'm at a point where it's now about becoming a champion for it. So if other people are in bad relationships, then people can turn and say, hey, well, how do you feel?
Yeah, if you feel that is the route, I do worry sometimes that when someone has been through a traumatic experience, that people that they sometimes feel an obligation to be the poster boy.
Right, yeah.
But as long as if I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do, if that's what you honestly and truthfully feel is your path, then I wish you the best of luck, and you will be excellent at it, because you have been unfortunately through something that sounds horrible, and you talk about it with such calm and such grace and dignity. Grace and dignity. Those are the two words I'm looking for. And I cannot see how those things could not, help you and help others if you choose to share them.
Can I just say that it's actually really interesting and courteous of you to say about you don't necessarily want to be the poster boy. Absolutely, the situation was very destructive, and it was complicated in the sense that I was almost forced and tricked into loving that person, and so they put positive in a completely bad place for me. Like when you love someone and then it was like a ploy just to get worship. What I found that I was really needing to find the positive in it. I had to go to depths that I never imagined going.
Yeah, you want to find out which part of it was real.
So maybe it's good to hear you say you might want to think about that, absolutely. But it's just good to know that, it's what we do with our experiences and how we do make good, you can go forward from it.
But also, if you don't become, Mr. Stendhal, hello, people can come and see me if they're in abusive relationships and I'll tell them how they survived. If you don't become as obvious, in inverted commas, as that, as blatant as that, just your life experience, without necessarily even sharing it, has shaped who you are. And that will have an impact on a positive impact on people around you. Do you know what I mean? You don't necessarily need to share your story to help people. You are now, I am sure, I was going to say better, but that is a qualification. You are a different person to the one you were a year ago, and that will have a positive impact on people.
Yeah, that's true. The Irish have got a saying, haven't they? Don't let the splinters on the banister of life get you on the way down.
Well, or my advice would be in that wear pants if you're gonna slide down the banister. Don't do it. Why would anyone want to slide down an old banister naked? Jesus, man!
Imagine that noise.
Stendhal, you're a good man, and I know that you've had a real impact on me and Katherine and a lot of the people that listen to your call. So thank you for sharing it with us.
Same for you. I'm sure we'll talk about the PS5 one day.
Yes, man. Have you got one on order?
No, I've seen a streamer on here, Twitch, and I won't give him a shout out because I'm not there yet. But he was talking about just how the gamepad in itself was amazing.
It's got pressure on the right trigger.
Oh, sweet.
Which Ali A didn't like on Fortnite. He said you should turn it off if you're playing Fortnite. He didn't like it. I've got to set up my boys' X. I've got an Xbox for the boys, and I've got to set that up, and that's going to take like days because I've got to transfer all their data over. I'm guessing. I don't know if that's even possible. I'm assuming it is. So there's all this crap. Anyway, but I need to get my Oculus out as well. I'll have a go on that.
Right, yeah.
Oh, Amy, I've sent you, because I've sold my old Oculus to Amy, even though it's broken.
Is it?
Well, if it... How broken is it? Well, it doesn't work, but if it gets there...
At all?
Well, if it gets there and it doesn't work, just say, post broke it, you still owe me the money. So, Amy, that should come either tomorrow or on Wednesday.
Enjoy that.
I hope you have fun with that. Thank you. Nice one, Stendhal. Take care, man.
You too, guys.
Thank you. Tutty bye, tutty bye, tutty bye. It's sponsor time. We're all feeling fine with the sponsor time. It's sponsor time.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. All right.
I did that a cappella. Did you notice?
Bella. Right. Did I say we were going to look at JPU Records' website tonight?
Yes.
Shall we do that now?
Yes.
Let's go to JPU Records. Japanese music. Some of it's poppy. A lot is quite gothic.
This is so true.
Let's go have a little look at their website.
If you're expecting it to all be kawaii, you're in for quite a lesson.
So Happy Kids Christmas is coming out, right? And we thoroughly recommend you order it. JPURecords.com.
Oh, if you use the code TLNA, though, you can get some money off
10%
all of this.
All of this. JPU Records, the multi-award-winning London-based record label making Japanese CDs available around the... I won't sing it because it'll just take forever. We're home to some of the most exciting Japanese bands and singers, Japanese metal bands, J-pop, visual kai, what's that? Anime music, and even a pair of sentient mannequins from the future. Hello, hello, Fem 2.0. I think I've just found my new favourite band.
Referring to themselves as dolls with minds, Fem's fusion of empowering electropop with dance moves and impassive facial expressions. Basically, they're both that guy from...
oh, look at this.
What's the name?
I don't know.
Sparks.
But, sorry, look at the cover for Fem Pow.
Oh, it looks good.
Holy guacamole. Holy guacamole. Right, let's go and find... Let's find some Fem pop.
Fem.
Fem.
2.0.
Let's go and find some Fem. Teaser movie. Oh no, here we go. Level up. Here we go. Look at this. This is going to be awesome. It's got the Duke of Harajuku in it.
Of course it has.
Yes, man. It's very wide, isn't it, Sinjin? Very wide. Oh, I'm in. Yes, man. James preferred Fem 1.0. You just got to get with the times. 2.0.
Don't fear the upgrade.
Oh. Oh, I'm loving this. Tom from JP says Fem 2.0 is after their firmware update. The update allowed them to move more human-like. This is incredible. They do move very, very human-like. Not so much there, I'll be honest.
Charging, isn't it?
I love Japanese rap. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is freaking awesome. They're going to get chucked out of Robot Academy. Oh my God. Yes, man. Yes, man. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Okay, well, there you go. Look, jpurecords.com, right? Is he a robot too? We don't know, Dave. We just don't know. We haven't got time to investigate the whole story. It's jpurecords.com. Go and have a look. The Christmas record is the one, but you get 10% off anything. And do you know what? When my dad died, I did a thing of going to another record label. It was Cherry Records, and just buying a load of CDs just by the cover. Just judging by the cover. I'll have that. I'll have that. Some of them were crap. A load of them were brilliant.
Yes.
I would go and buy Fem Pow, or just on the cover alone. I would go and buy that. I mean, use the code TLNA and you get 10% off. Go and just buy some stuff. Take a punt. Definitely get the Christmas album, but go and have a little punt. And I tell you what we'll do. We will pop... excuse me, Windy Pops. We'll pop onto the JPU website again a little bit later in the week. And so we'll just find something at random, right? And it may be bloody awful. I don't know. We will find something at random. But I'm just sorry, when you're presented with... the headline, Japanese metal, J-pop, visual K, anime music, and sentient mannequins.
From the future.
You've got to click on that, haven't you?
So good.
Can we listen to the Christmas songs on Twitch? Don't want to get... Not really, Sinjin, no, you can't. Well, I've not been DMCA'd on Twitch, but we have been blocked, on YouTube. That's fine. That's fine. I don't think we've been in trouble on Twitch because of it. So that's JPU Records. We will tomorrow... We're going to go to Abbey Care's website and have a little...
they haven't got any sentient fembots from the future, as far as we know.
We just don't know. We just don't know.
What they have got is excellent specialist addiction recovery clinics.
abbeycare.co.uk. Let's have a quick look at their website. But tomorrow we will have a proper... little look at... we'll have a virtual tour of... I think it's the centre in Gloucester, but I could be wrong. Drug rehab, alcohol rehab, sex, gambling, food, shopping. You can get, if anything fires off endorphins in your brain, you can get addicted to it. And they'll treat everything. It's completely COVID safe at the moment. It's COVID safe, social distancing, masks, bubbles, all of that stuff is going on. So it's completely safe. Even if you're not going to go and use them, go and have a look at the website, and I would suggest go and look at the help and advice section because it talks about drinking and It talks about drinking when pregnant and binge drinking and different kind of things. And it might just be worth having a little look. There you go. Look, what will your next drink really cost? Drink alcohol demotivator tool. And it just kind of makes you think, you know, people are drinking so much more during lockdown and stuff because they're at home.
Because the usual rules don't apply. Weekends don't exist for a lot of people anymore.
Yeah. So just go and have a little look. Maybe you think am I drinking too much? Maybe you think maybe my partner is, or my kids, or my parents, or whatever. Just go and have a little look.
Maybe you're just worried about the way you're using it.
Just gonna have a look.
It might not be the quantities. It might be the fact that you're using it as some sort of crutch.
Morph says exercise gets my endorphins going. Yeah, but you can get addicted to that. If it changes the way you feel, you can get addicted to it. You know, you can get addicted to it, and it's everything. Well, not everything in moderation. I wouldn't say heroin in moderation. Anyway, we're going off on a tangent. Let us not. These are our sponsors, by the way. We could not do this show without our sponsors. So thank you to all of our sponsors.
And if you are considering Abbey Care, mention their advert on this show and you'll get 25% off.
25% off. Poseidon Safety Management. Talk to me about them while I
Poseidon Safety Management, they serve Devon and Cornwall. They've got the largest team of guard dogs in those two counties. They recruit from the communities they serve.
Here we go, look.
So they have a vested interest in keeping things, you know, cool around there.
Poseidon are always looking for highly motivated individuals to join our team and help keep Devon and Cornwall safe. Email recruitment@poseidonsafety.co.uk with a copy of your CV and a covering letter. We only accept applications from individuals who have a valid SIA licence. That's like the security licence, so they know that you're not a dodgepot. I mean, you may have been a dodgepot, but so if you're in Devon and Cornwall and you think, yeah, I want to get involved in this scene,
they're good people.
Check it out.
They're good people.
Here's what they do. Canine. Let's have a look at the canine services. The largest supplier of guard dogs and handlers in Devon and Cornwall. All our dogs and handlers are trained to meet industry standards. We monitor the welfare of our dogs to ensure they are receiving the best level of care. Dogs act as a deterrent. If you want the ultimate deterrent to crime, antisocial behaviour, then look at our dogs. They include construction sites, holiday parks, evictions, live music events, festivals, anti-poaching operations, demolition projects. Chances of you needing that company? Kind of slim, I guess, but it's good to know they exist. Maybe you're looking for a job in Devon and Cornwall. Why don't you send them a CV and see? They are also one of the sponsors of the talent show that's happening on this Wednesday. The other one is Richard Gregorian, GElaw.co.uk. If you're getting divorced, it sucks, man. It sucks big time. Go and have a chat with Richard and his team, and they will be able to do it in a way that is not quite as cold and as heartless as a lot of others are doing.
Amy says, is an addiction to exercise a disease like drug or gambling addiction?
It depends. What's that book? Is it the DMR, the DMV, the book that diagnoses conditions? The DMV, I think it is, but I might be completely wrong. Is it in there? I don't think it is. But then
it's a manifestation of the same thing, isn't
sex addiction wasn't in there until fairly recently. Food addiction, is it in that book? I don't think it is. Is it a disease? Probably is.
Anything that has a negative impact on your life, anything that you're doing to excess despite yourself, despite knowing that it's not good for you, or despite knowing that you're doing it for, to fill a hole in your soul that will never be filled by anything because it's something you need to address. That's something you need to look at.
Sinjin says, I will join if they let you pet the dogs. I think they will let you pet the dogs, Sinjin. Sinjin, I'm so sorry. Can we get... Sinjin, are you dressed? Can we call you? Because he was doing a 24-hour stream on Friday. And we didn't...
Sorry, we
had a moment, so we didn't raid you. But I want to know how it goes. I popped in for a little bit when I had the boys with me. You can be in a second. Give us a call or message on Skype when you're ready, and we'll call you. 24-hour stream. Here we go. BAPT, who is a personal trainer. It is something that can lead on to anabolic steroid use. Yeah, of course you can. Would you ever get Miho Hattori as a guest on the show? I don't know who Miho Hattori is.
I'm guessing a wrestler, if it's Sloop asking.
Miho Hattori.
Japanese singer.
No.
we get
she was in Chibo Mato. Chibo Mato or Sibo Mato. I'm assuming it's Chibo Mato. I like one of their albums a lot. One of their albums is brilliant. It's got a great song on there that I always thought the Spice Girls should record. But no.
We only get people on who we're kind of borderline obsessed with, is the truth, isn't it?
That's the truth.
So, not that we're getting loads of press
DSM.
releases these days, but in the old days when we worked in the radio, we used to get press releases all the time with them offering people up, but we wouldn't get them on just for the sake of it.
Please can we have the robots from Femme as guests? Oh, man, that's right up my...
Affirmative.
Bands that have, I mean, that's obviously a real backstory, but bands that have fictional backstories, it's not talking about Femme now because they're obviously robots that have upgraded their firmware to be more human-like. Bands that have fictional backstories, I love that.
What, like Tattoo?
What was their fictional backstory?
They were lesbians and they weren't.
Well, it's not a fictional backstory. That's a fictional...
That was fictional and that was their backstory.
That's a fictional image. Ardeen says, I planned to pop into Sinjin stream for a few minutes. Ended up staying for 7 hours. He held me prisoner at gunpoint. Well, that's a shame. But that's
how
we're all
they get
desperate.
you.
We're all desperate. We're all trying to get there. Judge Boyle this Friday. How many have we got now?
Well, we started out with 4 this afternoon, and now we have 6.
Who's the last one? It's not.
Don't know. I'm not looking.
Let me have a little look. Just go on.
But I don't like to look beforehand.
Okay. Well, I will have a look. What do I click on? This.
This one.
Oh,
here.
6 new. All right. I'll have a little look. So I wonder if. All right.
I bet they're all rude.
Oh. Okay.
We got some cases.
Okay, we got fun. Would you consider Ulrich L. Larsen as a guest? He was undercover for 10 years and infiltrated North Korea as part of a documentary, which is on the BBC Play. It's called The Mole. I'll certainly watch it. That sounds right up my street. I love North Korea. I was going to go there for a holiday once. But how do we know he's not... How do we know that he's not a double bluffer? What do they call it? Double
agent.
Double agent.
Mm.
I am watching you guys to understand British accent better. Is it a good way? Terrible. Terrible.
Awful.
She's a northern monkey and I'm a Cockney barra boy. Hope that helps.
But with time, you might be able to tell the difference between our pronunciation. That's what happened to me when I was learning Spanish. I used to watch the gossip programs, and after a while I started to be able to pick out people's accents.
You should have Jack Garrett as a guest. Never met another musician who wears their emotions on the sleeve as much as him, and Rufus Hound is a big fan of his.
Well, Rufus Hound to jam on as a guest.
I don't know who he is.
Oh, please, before we forget, if you are going to suggest people for us, and especially on Twitter, please don't at them.
Don't at them. It's the worst.
Because 9 times out of 10, we're really choosy as to who we have on.
Oh, it's the
and
worst.
It's no detriment
you should
to
have
people.
at this bloke on. Oh.
And the worst thing is when they sometimes say, yeah, we're up for that. And you think, oh, I don't know who you are. And you might be, I'm sure you're brilliant. And this person clearly adores you. But we just don't have that many guests on.
Yeah. And the number of... And then the person goes, oh, yeah, I'm up for that. People are saying this Korean thing is well worth checking out. I'm in. Dave, why are you sending me fictional bands? That's not what I asked for. We're talking about bands that have got fictional backstory.
That North Korea documentary second only to Tiger King in the bonkers scale, says Burial. Oh, my.
Man with a Mission are a Japanese band with a great backstory. They are wolves who grew up and became rock rap. Weird Paul would be a great musical guest for you. Me and Scudgesucker are big fans. Well, who is Weird? I was saying, Jen will be with you in a second. I've got to check out someone called Weird Paul. Hang on. This is what I used to be somebody. I came third in I'm a Celebrity once. Why not let me do that? Weird Paul. Oh, it looks like Peter Talk of the Monkees.
Well, I think he looks a little bit like
Peter Talk.
Joe Exotic. He's a singer, isn't he? But unfortunately, he's in prison. He's in prison.
We've got to watch a Weird Paul song. I'm worried. Is he going to be just like a mentally ill person that we laugh at?
No.
Do I actually have to ban you now, banana pajamas?
I don't think that's their style, is it? Peanut butter recall.
All right, let's go for... Okay, here we go.
Let's see what you got, Oculus.
Oculus!
Oh!
Of course.
Yes, man. I'm going to have some of that tomorrow. Anyway, sorry, no. So far, I'm in. So far, me like it.
It's Peter Talk with Joe Exotic's face, isn't it?
Yeah. This is incredible. We have to go back from the start.
More.
This is incredible.
I've had Jim, I've had Peter Pan, I've had Skippy, I've had Superman. It's a peanut butter I remember them all.
So it's not they're being sent back to the shop because they got glass
He's remembering.
He's just remembering peanut butters. Holy jackamole.
It's a peanut butter recall. I remember them all.
Who knew there was that much choice?
American John Shuttleworth, you're right. You're right. You've got it. That face, look. You got it, buddy. I'm in.
I've had Reese's, I've had Smuckers, I've had Planners, I've had all them kinds of
Again. And by the way, Blues Noodle said this is like a song you could write. You should collaborate. I'm open.
I've had Reese's, I've had Smuckers, I've had Planners, I've had all them kinds of peanut butter recall. I remember them all.
Why do you remind me of Scott Belks?
It's a peanut butter recall. I remember them all.
Oh.
I've had Jim, I've had Peter Pan, I've had Skippy, I've had Superman. It's a peanut butter recall. I remember them all.
Oh, you dirty get. No.
It's a peanut butter recall. Yeah, I remember them all.
Oh,
What's he
it's
doing?
taking a very dark
Said a
turn.
peanut butter recall.
What a sad ending.
I remember them all. Peanut butter recall. I remember them all.
Gosh. Gillian McKeith would be disgusted at his part, wouldn't she?
Jeez, I'm. I don't know
Wowee.
what happened there. I don't know. I think I like that.
Yeah, I did.
That's a rabbit hole that's going to get well and truly entered. Right, hang on a minute. Sinji, we got. Okay.
Singe is going to sing us a song.
He's going to name us his favourite. I hate peanut butter, by the way.
I like it.
I hate it.
I made some peanut butter cookies this weekend.
I'm not going to sing a song. My voice is still a little bit gone from the weekend. Hi.
Hey.
How was your weekend, man? 24 hours. Sorry we missed you on Friday. We had an issue.
It's okay.
But how did you do 24? Why? Right, here's the first question. Why do streamers do 24-hour streams? Random British dude was doing it the other day. Why?
So this particular one was your guys' fault.
Shut up. Don't blame it on us.
It was your guys' fault, okay? I had like 700 followers, and I was like, you know what? We'll do a 24-hour stream if we get to 1,000 followers. And then literally the next week was when you guys came through.
Careful you don't tempt the universe.
And I was like, oh, okay. I thought maybe I would have to do it by like the end of the year, like in December. And then it happened in September, and then I pushed it back. But yeah, we just do it because we're crazy. There's no other reason.
How'd it go? What did you do?
We did a whole bunch of stuff. We played a bunch of different like community games. We played Jackbox Party Pack.
Love the Jackbox.
We played Scribble.io, which is like Pictionary, but online. It's really fun. And we just played a bunch of games. We played Phasmophobia. I think you guys might have heard of that.
Vaginal phobia.
Wow.
No, I'm not. No, that's
What did
not
you?
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Freudian
It's
clip.
very similar.
Slip.
But yeah, so we just kind of hung out. A lot of you guys came through either way, and I appreciate you guys. So
We've got some people in the chat saying, and so I popped in for a little bit when I had my boys with me. We were this was Saturday night. Was it Saturday night? When was it? I got confused. Yeah, I was watching a bit of Dan TDM, and we just finished Multiverse, Spider-Man Multiverse, Miles Morales, and so we popped in and My boys are going, who's this? I was going, this is my friend, Sinjin.
Yay.
It was good, man. But was it not, I mean, does it not make you question the point of existence? Like, an hour 19, are you not just thinking, man, I wish I was dead. This is awful. What a way to live.
Usually I can power through them pretty well. This time, I don't know, for whatever reason, like I had like anxiety beforehand that it wasn't going to be good. So I didn't sleep as well. And it got to like hour 18 and I was like talking on stream and I was like, guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it anymore. Like, this is going to be it. I'm just like
pussy.
So basically,
pussy. Now that it turns out you can win an election by fraud, by mail fraud, and that America's true president is on his way out, you've given up. You've given up.
I don't have anything else to fight for anymore. No, but thankfully people were there to push me through it. But yeah, this was the toughest one. It was the fourth one that we've done. And it was the toughest one, but people came through and were super kind and everything. So
when are you going to do a week-long stream?
Oh my God.
When you get to 2,000 followers? Because I can make that happen pretty quick.
I don't need that to happen. I'm good. I was trying to remember the longest like continuous stream where people didn't sleep. Because there used to be a phase of Twitch where people would sleep through streams and they would just sleep on streams.
Yeah.
I don't think it's allowed anymore. I could be wrong.
I invented that. I invented that. Yeah, I
what,
actually
sleeping?
did.
I think that was
on
done
stream.
before you.
I invented sleeping on stream. I started years ago sleeping on YouTube before I made the move to Twitch, and then I was one of the first to bring it to Twitch so everyone else can kiss it.
A pioneer.
I'm like Jake Paul.
It was allowed as long as you have moderators.
No, it's allowed.
Is it?
It's allowed.
What if your nipple slips out?
But the nipple thing is also a myth. You're allowed to show nipples as long as it's not sexualized.
Oh, right.
Doesn't that seem like based off the person's perspective? You could show me your nipple and I would make it sexualized anyway.
Well, you're a pervert.
I want it to be. That's fine. You might not want it to be sexualized.
Isn't it just a code for no female nipples? That
basically, yeah. In the TOS, it's like basically they say that it should apply to everybody, but
nah. I've seen builders; they do nothing for me.
Just chicks. Just chicks.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Our friend Retro Faith Knuckles is doing a 24-hour stream this week. Seems to be the fashion. So I'm all right. I'm saying it.
Oh God, don't.
I'm saying it. I will be watching Katherine do a 24-hour stream very, very soon. Very, very soon.
I would tune into that.
Oh, I would try and catch it. Honestly, I think I'm going to be busy. But I look forward to you telling me about it, sort of in a very condensed 30-second way.
Is it going to be here, and you're just like walking past in the background every once in a while?
I did want to do, and I couldn't quite work out how you do it. It would involve having lots of different cameras. I couldn't be bothered of just having a whole weekend, or maybe a whole week, live. And it would, I mean, it's slightly difficult for us because we have to play a certain number of adverts, and so if I'm asleep, I couldn't do that. But you just have like a camera in every room. And every time I went into that room...
Like a really boring Big Brother.
Well, or a really good Big Brother. I have one of my most popular clips from when I was on I'm a Celebrity was when I was snoring and upset Toff. Was that her name? Yes. So you'd have, every time you went into another room, it would activate the camera. People would love that shit.
Yeah.
People have done streamer house stuff before. I'd do it if I could, but...
Here's Jake Paul was saying he invented streamer houses today. When Jake Paul was on Twitter going, why is everyone copying me? When I did a boxing match, everyone's doing a boxing match. I invented streamer houses, everybody's doing streamer houses. Well, he didn't invent streamer houses, and also he didn't say, when I went and made fun of that suicide forest in Japan, everyone went and made fun of that suicide. You know, he didn't do that, little prick. But here's what's going to happen, Sinjin. And we're building up to this, man. I know we're talking about it, but the end is in sight now.
What's going to happen?
When it is safe to travel, and the vaccine is coming, baby. Vaccine is coming, right? We are going to do a tour of our friends around the world. Yeah. So I was wondering, Sinjin, if we could stay at your house one night as like a springboard to our friends. Could we want to come and be in one of your streams? Is what I'm saying, and maybe we turn your house into a streaming house.
That's fine. I'm 100% down with that.
Maybe we do that. This is what I really want to do. Is tweet, hey, watch our friend Sinjin, right? And so everyone watches, and like an hour and a half into the stream, we just walk in and go, hello, and like we're there. I want to just appear in everybody's stream.
Oh, that would be so
wouldn't
cool.
it? It's going to happen, man. I think we should do it when travel is safe and when the prices come back down again. We do a little tour and we go and see Sinjin and we go and see all of these lovely people.
I need to get a new passport. I think my passport expired.
I won't need one at all because I'll be here. But one thing really quickly, I don't know if you guys have heard, President-elect Biden's health advisor is saying that he's maybe going to try and get like a countrywide lockdown for like 6 to 8 months. So that might push your guys' back because you guys are doing the proper thing now.
Well, we're not. We're not doing the proper thing now. Everything is open.
Comparatively.
Yeah. I mean, it has been handled, even worse than us by your dude. I'm loving that conductor hat in the background.
Oh, this is for my hype trains. When I have hype trains.
Man, look at you. You're a beautiful human being. Sinjin, we love you. I'm glad it went well, mate. Thank you so much. And I'm genuine. We're going to come and visit you at some point and we're going to pop up in your stream. We're going to do a stream together.
Oh, we're going to go and eat burgers.
Yes, man. Proper burgers. None of this.
Burgers and good seafood because Maryland is really good for seafood.
Oh, my God, I love seafood.
I want to chow down on some clam.
All right. Well, maybe that's off stream.
Thank you very much, man. See you later on. Take care. Bye. He's one of the good guys.
Oh, he's so nice. He's so nice.
George, what are you doing? Come up here. Come up here, Georgie boy. Come on.
He's too busy ripping up the newspaper.
Come up here. Hello, darling boy.
Georgie.
Hello. Look, this is my George.
Now, George is a greedy guts.
Oh, he's the
That's what you need to know about George.
George has been sworn at so much this weekend, haven't you, George? Will you stop doing that? Haven't you?
He's adorable.
But he's friends with Big Boy, aren't you? You've been helping me a lot with Big Boy. I can't get the camera.
Oh, we've got Small Boy near us that looks like Tiny George.
Yes.
He's got an owner.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. I'm glad he's got an owner and is loved.
Yeah, but he's so friendly. What a gorgeous cat. And he's just that little bit too small. So he makes you think, oh, I think you might have to come home with me. But turns out the reason why he ends up where he ends up is because he follows his people halfway to school.
Yeah, some cats do that. That's weird. I mean, cats is weird, aren't they?
Yeah.
Aren't they, baby? 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you will be very, very welcome. Thank you, Sinjin. We're doing all right. 800 viewers on a Monday night. Let's just get rid of that.
Yeah.
800 viewers. Yeah. Dennis Wilson is in a movie with James Taylor, 1971, Two-Lane Blacktop. I know. It's a bit boring. It's good to watch it once, but it's a little bit dry. I mean, neither of them are good actors. There's a lot of mumbling.
I took delivery, thanks to Nothing Is Real, I took delivery of McCartney this weekend. Not the actual one.
The album?
Yeah.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, I really like it.
Record.
I really like it. I like the homebrew nature of it.
Vinyl or CD?
CD.
Hey, why do you not pony on my Spotify?
I like to have them.
It's a nice little record.
I like
Ram.
It's got a nice little booklet in it with all the photos. It's beautiful.
Ram, I think, is love. I'd never listened to the McCartney solo stuff for ages until I started listening to the Take It Away podcast, and then I thought, actually, I should get in some of it's great.
That reminds me, Hot as Sun. We never showed it on stream, did we? So Hot as Sun, stroke Glasses, is one of a few sort of little. Well, I suppose demos, weren't they? Sort of little tasters of songs that he was exploring while he was in this cottage, is the story behind McCartney. But Elaine Page reckons he wrote it for her. And this was the performance that the Nothing Is Real guys flagged up to us. Yeah. And my God, once you've seen this, you can't unsee it.
I've not seen this.
It's something.
Going on?
She's going to sing. There's lyrics.
I used to fancy Elaine Page so much as a kid.
Well, this will cure that.
The women all rushed to join his queue, even men.
would anyone sing this?
She acts it out as well.
Is she doing a voice?
A bit. Also, the outfit looks like she's been given
I like the
5
outfit.
seconds.
I like the outfit.
And the dressing up box.
There's a touch of Anne Diamond about her.
Yes,
isn't
there is.
Okie dokie.
No, wait.
Oh, is it?
She gets under the umbrella. Yep.
Please, man, this torture.
Please.
That is hellish.
Yeah.
I tell you what we could watch that we didn't watch, because it seems the calls have dried up, which is fine. That's how it goes sometimes. It's a Monday. Macca does do the voice a lot, Dave.
He does.
He does do the voice a lot.
We've got an example of that somewhere, haven't we? That you can do it right now, please.
Yes, we.
You can do it right now, please.
God, Dad, stop it.
We could watch a bit now. Where did it go?
Have you seen that Taylor Swift interviewed Macca?
And I haven't read it, but I've seen it. I've seen it exist, and also that someone is saying, "Do your squat." So Sean Lennon interviewed Macca. It's on YouTube. Where is the gentleman? This guy here. Oh no, I've got to sign in.
No.
I've actually. Oh no, it's this. It's it. I don't have to sign in.
All right, yeah. So was it last week we mentioned this programme?
So this is
Gets earlier every year. The
Make
countdown
Slough
to Christmas is
Happy.
well and truly underway, and the
Hey Georges, you're so beautiful, darling.
But first, BBC Two spreads a little happiness.
Nestling in the southeast corner of England lies the bustling town of... oh, you know, the one where the office is. Oh, what's it called?
We are Slough Town!
Oh, yes, that's it. Last summer, the normally sedate folk of Slough started behaving rather strangely.
I want to be happy, but I won't be happy
Jesus.
till I make you.
A team of specialists were trying out radical new techniques in an attempt to make the whole town happier.
That's the Boots, where I used to go up there on a Saturday when my mum was going shopping and go and play on the computers.
Yeah.
And Smith's is just over here, maybe next to it. This is the square. There we go.
Halfway through this unique 3-month experiment, happiness levels have shot up.
20%. That's almost unheard of in psychological research. That's fantastic.
Who does he sound like?
That's almost unheard of in psychological research. That's fantastic.
Sounds like a sarcastic man, but I think he's being truthful.
It sounds like something. So this isn't the first episode. We haven't got the first episode, I'm afraid. Whoa, he's just jumped us forward 20 minutes. Idiot. George.
No.
Come on, mate. What is this?
George.
You're such a knobber.
George strikes again.
Satisfaction is essentially how
Yeah, he does
we
sound like David
feel
Mitchell, you're
about
right,
our
that's
lives.
it.
Come on,
as a
sit yourself on the
whole.
keyboard,
It's like
dude.
stepping
who's David
back
Mitchell?
and assessing your life. How is it? Are you satisfied with your relationships, your work, your place in life as a whole?
Working alongside Richard Stevens is writer and economist Richard Reeves.
Slough
He spent
Station,
the
been there
last
so
7
many
weeks
times.
getting to know the people of Slough.
What makes you happy?
Lots of things. Shopping.
Looks quite
Today he's at
picturesque
the
for a
station.
Sorry?
Slough Station. It's got like a nice roof and that.
It's got a nice roof in that. Hang on, that might be Big Boyish.
What?
Big Boy is there. Catherine, Big Boy is there. He's there. That meowing you can hear is Big Boy. He's there. Big Boy is there. It won't reach. And if I move, he goes. He just told me. He's there. Now, the camera won't reach. big boy. It's not going to reach. He's just on... If I move this chair, he's going to bugger off. He's there. He's just on the other side of this door. Hang on. I can't show you. Why can't I aim a camera? So he's on the other side of that door. George is there. Hello, big boy. You coming in?
Oh, he's so beautiful. So fluffy.
Hello, Biggest. Hello, darling. You going to come in? Are you going to come in, darling boy? I take a... You're right. I take a photo. I think I can take a photo. Hang on. Got to be very quiet. Very calm.
Thank you for whispering too, chat. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's a great picture. Where is it?
Oh, look, peeping.
Hang on a minute. There he is.
Isn't he gorgeous?
He's so beautiful. Look. He's so brave. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. He's there, and George. You see, George is there.
He's saying, "I've been wondering what all this noise has been all this time."
Isn't that amazing? Considering Big Boy Cam, and he would come out, eat, and then disappear. And he's just there. He probably won't come in. If I move my chair, he'll run off. Hello, darling boy. Hello, George. Why don't you come in, George? Come and show him it's safe to come in while we're here. Come on, George. He copies George, you see.
Oh, here comes George. Come on,
George. Hello, darling. Where's your friend? Can you tell him he can come in? Hello, George. So I make a big thing of making a big fuss of George only in front of Big Boy. I wouldn't do it privately.
Mark says, "How's his balls?" There is news on the
I
balls.
threw them away. They were getting mouldy. I didn't want mouldy. I don't need another pair of mouldy old balls, so I chucked them away. In a few weeks' time, you'll be throwing them off the desk. Yeah, hopefully.
I think so.
He's
The
just
progress
there.
is the progress is pronounced
Big
now.
boy.
After weeks of nothing, and him refusing to come out from behind the sofa, now he seems to want to hang out with us, or at least know where we are.
Yeah. Hello, darling boy. You're such a good boy. Are you going to come in? I think the green lights are freaking him out, but that might also prompt him to come in.
You might want to chase them. I turn him off if you want.
No, because if we get up, here we go. Here we go. He's coming in. No, he's sitting down. He sat down. He sat down there. If you hear, that's him. He's the only one that makes that noise. That was me, obviously.
But it sounds a lot like that.
But that's him. Isn't that great, man?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
You did that.
Yeah, I did. And my kids have been brilliant with him. My youngest is so good with animals. I mean, they both are, but the youngest just speaks their language. All animals go straight to him.
He thinks he's getting closer to uncovering why people aren't any
That's the O2 building. Here's the ironic thing. You couldn't get a signal near the O2 building.
Oh.
happier with modern life.
People do feel as if their lives aren't as satisfying as they could be. It doesn't feel quite right. There's no single ingredient. Having a satisfying life is like baking the right sort of cake, and you need all the ingredients. Work, life, your family, your friends.
Big layer peeled off in my counselling session today.
Oh, really?
And I think I've talked about it to you before, actually. That I was, I have this thing about I don't know what I am, and I've put too much identification on my job.
Yeah.
I've allowed my job to define me for too long. So for the last 16 years, I'm a radio host.
Yeah.
Does bits of TV.
It's like when you keep saying, "I used to be somebody."
Yeah, well, I still think that. I did used to be somebody.
You are somebody.
Well, yeah. Okay, I don't buy that. But I don't, because this is a job and this pays some of the bills, but I don't say I'm a streamer. I mean, you may say I'm a streamer. I'm not the only one.
There's loads of us, yeah.
And I do a bit Patreon, and I did wonderful. It was once I got into it last night, I'd spent about 2 hours doing. If you're a $20 patron of mine, every month you get like a personalised little video, a little 60-second, 90-second video. And some people have said, "Oh, could you do this for my mate?" So I did that, and but a load of people didn't ask for any, didn't ask for anything specific. So I just spent 2 hours filming little videos. Where has he gone? Is he in the room? Where's he gone? Who's that? That's Lucky on there, isn't it? Yeah. He's gone. All right, he's gone. Oh, he's there. He's gone round there. He's gone back a bit. But so I don't know what I don't because I've for the last 20 years I've allowed my job to define me. I don't have a job. So that's partly, again, this existentialist thing. It's partly I don't know what I am because I've always used my job as my definition. So that means either I'm undefined or I need to find a new classification system. It's done to that sofa as well, that little
outrageous.
Sod. Yeah, I know I'm a dad, and I refresh if the audio's out, I think. Yeah, I know I'm a dad, and all of that stuff, but that is not how I have defined myself. If 2 years ago people had said to me, "Sorry, what are you?" I'd have gone, "I'm a radio presenter, and I got a couple of kids." It would have been that order.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have said, "Oh, I'm a dad." I'm a radio presenter, and I got a couple of kids. And then, So, and Blues Noodle, isn't this your job? Well, it is. I mean, in as much as it pays some of the bills, but he's going to come in. He's there. He's there again. He's stood up. Mm-hmm. It is in as much as he might come in a second. But I wouldn't say I'm a streamer.
You're a broadcaster.
But I wouldn't say that now.
Really?
I don't feel like that now. I feel like a little bit of a fraud with this. Because there's still snobbery, and the fact I'm old and snobbery, this to me isn't a real job. But that's because I'm an old man, and of course it is a real job. But I'm old, and I'm a snob, so this isn't a real job. This is like a bit of a hobby. It's how I see it, even though it's my main source of income at the moment. You're a funny one. So entertaining, I wouldn't say that. No,
see, I had this when I had babies, and I was on maternity leave because all of a sudden you're not seen as anything other than a new mum, probably quite clueless by most of society. You're everyone's business. Everyone's got an opinion on what you're doing. You're probably not doing it right. You're probably not thinking straight. You take your kid to the doctor, and they talk to you as if you're a moron because you're probably fussing over nothing because you're just seen as a woman with a buggy. And
with a what, sorry?
A buggy.
A buggy?
And I'd never felt undefined like that before. I felt like I was like my wheels had come off.
Of your buggy? I mean, that's a substantial shift, isn't it? Going from working to being at home with kids for however long it is, even if it's a few weeks or it's a few years, whatever it is, that's a huge shift in how you perceive yourself and how others perceive you.
I remember my dad having a similar crisis, though, later on in his life, because obviously childcare, certainly when my dad was forming his career, was never Bestie Boy 68, hilarious, people have got different accents. Childcare didn't really impact on a man's career, really. And so he never had that kind of temporary pause where you have to reassess the emphasis you place on your work as opposed to what you do at home, until he started being seen as just the old bloke in the office, the one that's a bit expensive, the one that's coming to the end of his career, the one we're going to replace. And he started to realise that he'd been put on a shelf, he'd been put in a category in someone's head, and he wasn't just able to go and do his thing anymore.
Someone asked, Beth, how do you feel about the streaming? I've said what my illogical prejudice says, that it doesn't feel like a real job and it's more of a hobby, even though this is my main source of income, and I'm fully aware that streaming is a full-time job. What are your
honestly?
What's your take on
I
it?
don't know what comes after this, and I've always had a plan. I've always had a plan.
We got this for a year.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know.
I really don't know. And I suspect you'll have more options than I will.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know. I trained as a journalist. I can always do that. Here's the problem, though, I had. In the temporary kind of pause between the end of my last job and the start of this new one, I tried to find some work in radio stations. And it's a weird time anyway at the moment because no one's hiring, everyone's battening down the hatches. But I found it really galling to have to explain to people what I'd done because I felt like we'd achieved such a lot. And I was having conversations with people as if I was starting anew. So I don't know. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying to remember that whatever job I've had in the past has always led to something different and something good. And I am not my job. I'm not my job. I'll do this for now and see what happens. You know, and the shows we did in the past we were really, really proud of, and then they came to an end all of a sudden through, you know, nothing I had any control over. So I enjoy things while they're happening now.
Yeah, some people saying, why are you only doing this for a year? Well, Twitch have signed us up for a year. Twitch, you know, your money pays us, which is great, and Twitch give us a little top-up, which means that we can both afford to do this as a job. If this were, at the moment...
Oh, she's farted.
Of course she has.
But who knows what's going to happen? People in really stable jobs haven't got jobs anymore at the moment.
But I'm just explaining that if this were down entirely to your very generous subs and bits and PayPal donations, this would not be enough for both of us to live on. It would be very helpful for one of us, but it wouldn't be enough for both of us. So that's possibly why. Pat, what are you doing? All the lights are knocked over the place. The paper's ripped up.
Traps the joint.
Big boy keeps coming and then he keeps going. Look.
Don't know what's going to happen, but who knows what's going to happen.
Pat, could you just bugger off? Please?
Farty Pats.
Darling, I'm trying to do a show. Thank you, Benjamin, for the sub.
My youngest daughter loves Pats, and she says, you know, don't tell any of the other cats, but Pats is my favourite. But she does fart, doesn't she? I went, yes, she does.
I've never defined myself by my job, says Smig. Thank you for the reminder to subscribe, Benjamin. Thank you for the resub.
It's a close-up of a cat's bottom there.
There we go. That's life. That's what it's all about. Let's get it. Let's go for it. Let's do it. If we're doing it, let's do it properly. There it is.
Not bad.
There it is. Work it, girl. Okay. Create rival streams and raid each other every night. I don't know if there's anything in that. Let's have a little bit more of this. And we're nearly done. We'll just do a little bit more of this.
And you have to mix them together in the right way, and that's what makes for a happy life.
Commuting is a major ingredient in the life of Slough. Every morning,
the amount of time I've spent there on those platforms, Jesus.
The town's working population more than doubles with the influx of commuters. But one study stated that commuting was only marginally more popular than talking to the boss, which wasn't popular at all. And for Richard Reeves, it's another bad choice if you're looking for a well-balanced life.
How long's your commute?
Hour and 20, generally.
Each way?
Yeah.
You do it every day?
Yep.
Wow. So how does that work for you?
It's hell.
So why are you doing it, if you don't mind me asking? Because
it's work. It's where work is. And
right.
I'm self-employed and I just go wherever the work is available. So.
Is it worth it? Because the evidence is not worth it. No. Why do you carry on doing it?
I don't know. I've got no idea. It's stupid.
A guy goes home that night and drinks himself to death, realising his whole life is pointless.
Commuting reduces happiness by much more than extra money increases it. So then the question is whether the job itself is delivering more satisfaction.
Well, I go to work to earn money to make my life happier. Right. So that I go to work, I earn money, I come home, and you know, as a consequence of that, I have a happier time because I can do what I want to do at weekends and evenings.
The only problem with that, of course, is that you spend more of your waking hours working.
Stop questioning his life. Stop questioning it.
Than doing anything else in your life. So if you're trading off a work situation that's not satisfying...
Yeah, let's sack it off then and not go to work, shall we? We'll live in a tent.
In order to buy your happiness back, if you like, at the end of the day, Actually, might not turn out to be a good trade-off.
Absolutely.
What's this for Billy
I'll be trying.
Buzzkill? Hi, you having a nice day? Can I help you with that?
To help Slough to be happier.
I'm not happy.
You're not? Do you mind telling us why? Is it
music from London?
Well, do you want to talk about that?
Perfect response.
Yeah.
What he should have then said was, "You can't fucking use this in the show."
I think the evidence before us is that commuting doesn't make people happy.
Smug prick.
No shit,
Sure, he's a
Sherlock.
nice guy.
I mean, how many studies do you need for that?
Just shut it,
Unable
Exactly.
to
Exactly. Thank you to Evade.
convince commuters to step off their treadmill, Richard decides to try and break
People's spirits on a platform.
Where?
Is it
music from London?
Well, do you want to talk about that?
No.
I think the evidence before us is that commuting doesn't make people happy.
Unable to convince commuters to step off their treadmill,
That's the stairs that you got to go over the bridge to the other platforms, and it was on that tunnel, that bridge, that I shouted abuse at Terry Nutkins.
Wow, what had Nutkins done?
Been on television, and I was 18.
My
It wasn't abuse. I went, "Oi, Nutkins!"
My husband, you've got that in common with my husband. He stood outside Granada Studios shouting for Nutkins. We want Nutkins.
Really? Why?
They wanted Nutkins.
Okay.
There was no
Richard
Nutkins.
decides to try and break the monotony by brightening up their day with a little alternative therapy.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh God, no! No! Don't do this.
By the way, that branch of pumpkin that we just keep saying has got some great food in there.
Oh jeez, no! Stop it! Oh God, they're doing Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Of course they are.
That reminds me, a friend of mine, Georgia.
Yeah.
Said her.
Georgia's on my mind.
Georgia's brilliant. She works in the radio, proper station and all. Anyway,
World's first flash mob, you're right.
she had an elderly grandmother who was suffering with quite late stage dementia. And when Georgia invited her boyfriend round, it lit a fire under her grandma. And all of a sudden at lunch, at dinner, she suddenly just was possessed with, "Pardon me, boy."
Oh my God.
Is that the trend? And she was getting all like slinky on the boyfriend
No.
and singing Chattanooga Choo Choo right in his face.
No.
Yeah, delicious.
Thank you, Dee, for the kind words. Here we go. But that's just embarrassing. That is just.
I mean, we
I'm going
don't
to play some adverts, by the way.
We
so-
don't do that. No, we don't do that. Not in Slough.
There we go. Okay, let's go. Let's have a. It's worrying, isn't it? There we go.
Oh God. Also, it's the most joyless tap dance I've seen for a long time.
If you just look around you, there are people here talking to each other who wouldn't normally be. So there's a couple over
Stop
there talking to
it. You don't like this shit.
Look at that look. He's giving us that look.
each other. They'd normally be elbowing each other out of the way to get the best seat on the train.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the pose that we're all doing in our minds. That's a what a fuck. I like her. Well done. Well, she speaks for all
Look,
of us.
she's got her sensible shoes in there. She's probably got higher heels in her bag. She's over all of this
like
crap.
her.
This bloke down there is tapping along with some music that I bet he'd never be seen dead listening to.
Racist.
What you say. Step aside, partner.
With respect, it's a very amateur tap, isn't it?
It's a heavy tap. That.
It's my day.
I mean, everyone knows the rules of tap are the 3 T's. Tits, teeth and taps.
There we go.
Listen to my version.
Is he pretending to count them
Every
along
mile
like he's
people
their
travel down
instructor?
these rails, their life satisfaction drops a little bit, right?
Fuck off.
You don't like him, do you?
smug. Does he say every mile they travel down this thing, their life satisfaction?
Every mile people travel down these rails, their life satisfaction drops a little bit.
Now, there probably is some study that the
It's not
further,
fun.
the longer you commute, the more miserable you are.
It's not fun, but not everyone. No one chooses to do that. They don't need to be reminded of their powerlessness.
Right? It doesn't have to be like that. Maybe you can make commuting.
I used to quite like reading a book on the train.
Yeah, I
when
do
you could get a
like-
seat.
Yeah.
Getting a better experience by talking to the person next to you, smiling, dancing, just doing something different and not just taking it for granted. This is going to be a bad experience. But ultimately, whilst I can do stuff like this, you can bring in dancers and have fun. You know, is it going to make any difference tomorrow? No.
Does he think he's Jesus? I can do...
Jesus.
I can do stuff like this. I'm trained Jesus. So ultimately, I can do stuff like this. You can't. You're not trained Christ. I am.
Do you know what makes me happy on trains? Being left alone.
The only people who can make commuting better tomorrow are the commuters themselves.
I hate everybody. I hate everybody there. Everybody.
Giants! Wizards!
Oh my.
At the start of the project, 50 local volunteers signed up for 3 months of intensive happiness training.
I would suggest these are the guys that don't need it. If you've got the time to have happiness training, you're probably all right.
Harsh, who I know lives in Slough. Try doing that on platform 5 at 8 a.m. Not a chance, no, mate. It is like the jungle. You have got to have your wits about you,
Sharp
otherwise you are dead. Elton John, it's Elton John! And his mum. This is before the argument.
Since then, they've been treated to a weird and wonderful range of techniques and experiments.
These people are joiners. You can tell they're joiners. They're not the people you're looking for.
All these people are dead, says stupid Bubble.
Suicide cult.
God, gosh, that escalated quickly.
Developed by Richard Stevens and his colleagues.
OK, have you decided?
He annoys me because he looks like the guy who used to be the head of the BBC. Is it Yentob?
Yes. This whole thing annoys me because it reminds me of team building exercises, which, as you know, I'm not a fan of.
He's gone. Biggest has gone. That
Well,
was
Biggest is not a joiner, and I
was
appreciate
amazing,
that.
Wasn't it? For those who missed it, I'm going to show you this picture of Biggest again. This is the closest. I'm thrilled with that. I'm thrilled. Look at that little face. Peep. What are you doing? You're not my real dad. You can't see it. Oh, right. So, anyway.
Giants! Wizards!
Oh, piss off.
Elves!
But they weren't always quite so full of beans. When they filled in their first happiness questionnaire at the start of the project, their life satisfaction score didn't
They filled it in. They're joiners.
compare well to the UK average, or to the rest of the world for that matter.
When we began this project...
He is like Yentob, isn't he? Is it Yentob?
No, you're thinking of Greg
Dyke.
The life satisfaction measures of our volunteers was pretty low. They're below the UK average, even a bit below the level of China, and in fact, most of the countries below them were
in China, they're told to be happy and they obey.
Ex-Soviet bloc
You can't not be a joiner there, can you?
We're giving them lots of exercises, lots of interesting techniques, and we're hoping this is going to make a difference. Not easy to change life satisfaction levels because it's about the way you see your life as a whole, but we're hoping these are going to make a difference. So, tell me something about what you've been doing.
Amongst these tools is the Happiness Manifesto.
Do you remember when you could sit near each other? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I know we are, but that's because we've both
bubbled up.
We've infected each other with COVID. We're both high on COVID.
Riddled with it,
we went on Pokemon Drive at the weekend, and there was an event on. Pokemon Drive is where me and my kids go about in the car, and they give me directions, and I follow it to different raids and things. And then I tricked them by saying, "Oh, they're a playground. Let's go out and have a look." And we stopped at some woods.
And you wear them out, yeah.
Yeah, and it's really good fun. But there was an event, and so I think I got 7 shiny Electro buzzes.
See, I got about 11 Electro buzzes, but they weren't shiny. They were
got shinies. My youngest got, I think, 10 shinies. My eldest only got 3. He was gutted. So we got loads of shinies. And then what they came up with? They came up with a phrase. No, they said something to mean really good, and I misheard them and went, "Did you say super COVID?" And they said no, but we're going to use it. So every time something was brilliant, we go, "Oh, that's super COVID."
Oh my god!
But we were doing that, and then we went to we stopped at we went round in the evening. It got very dark very early, we went past a playground. I said, "Do you want to go in the playground?" They went,
At night?
We'll get told off. I said, "Who's going to tell us off? It's a playground."
They've been reading too much
I'm there.
Beano. There's no
I
parking.
said, "There's no one there. I'm with you." It was really dark. We had our phones out. It was the most exciting thing. What a thrill! They were on the youngest was really scared. I had to hold his hand until the first time he went on the zip line, and I'm buzzing him down the zip line in the dark. Oh, they were loving it. Freezing cold, but so much fun.
It was so cold this
Super
weekend.
COVID.
It's a simple 10-point plan that the volunteers have been following.
Oh.
And some of the ideas are targeted specifically at increasing life satisfaction.
Talk time. Cut your TV viewing. That's the only thing that keeps me going. I don't watch much TV, actually. Plant something. Count your blessings. Well, that's like a gratitude list, I suppose, which I'm trying to get back into doing.
The count our blessings is...
Look at a tiny clock. It's a grandmother clock. Is that even smaller than a grandmother clock?
Might be.
It's tiny, isn't it?
You want to ask my step-granddad about that? He's like Geppetto.
Okay, what's his number? I'll give him a call.
You'll never get off the phone.
Okay.
Is a lovely prompt to round off the day with a review.
I've not been watching TV very much because
Shit,
I've been
anyway.
trying to put more time.
This is
Beverly Bush.
Mrs. Bush.
To my art, and I've also been reading.
Phoning a friend and making contact with a friend or
Close your legs, Madge.
a relative.
Straighten that lampshade.
Who you haven't seen for some time is also another
Mayhem
excellent
on
idea.
that.
I have a
It's
large
mayhem on that
whiskey,
unit, innit?
and I just treat myself that way. It might sound funny, but
I thought
I
you
like
had-
that.
I thought you had an ear deformity or something, but it's
No,
a flower.
It's a flower. They've just not. I mean, they've not bothered, have they?
Now, here's something exciting that my sister reminded me of. Right, so this is the square. That's the Queensmere Shopping Centre. That was Virgin Megastore there. It then became the cinema. There's H. Samuels. I was reminded that under here, there used to be an underground pub.
What?
The Kingfisher. And I remember it, the entrance was here. It was like a sort of, it was like an entrance here, and then you'd go underground, and they got rid of it. And I'd forgotten all about this.
Is it like that? Do you remember when we used to drive back from London, and there was like a Wonder Pass, it was called, where it went under the ground. It looked like the entrance to an underground station.
Oh, yeah.
But I think there were shops down there.
Yeah.
Is
No.
it like that?
There were not shops down there.
I think there were.
The one that was closed off to traffic.
No, it was on the pavement.
I don't remember. Well, I'm going to say yes.
Just say yes. Why are you being obstructive?
Sorry.
Research seems to suggest that we are pretty good at making bad choices when it comes to our happiness. One particularly common misconception
That's gone now, the bus station.
stands head and
So there is still a bus station there, but it's a brand new design.
shoulders above the rest. And Richard Stevens has decided to meet the challenge head on.
That entire bus there.
Dead.
Many people
Killed by the man in the hat. That station stank of piss.
They all did.
So much. I had my first kiss. I can't quite work out which side is which because it's been gone for so long. I think that might be. Hang on, if the buses are coming that way, right? So that is the main road. I had my first kiss on the steps, probably just about there.
Mine was
15 years old.
Mine was behind Stevenage Ice Rink.
There we go. First kiss amongst the piss.
dissatisfied with their lives.
Explains a lot,
because
Matty.
they think they haven't got enough money. And they think if they come into a lot of money, like winning the lottery, for example, their lives will be totally transformed.
Well, their lives will be totally transformed, so they think that they're correct.
Well, we're going to meet someone who struck it lucky, and we're going to see
Barrymore.
What it's been like for her. And we're taking 4 volunteers with us, and though we're here at the bus station, we've got a surprise for them.
And here is our bus. What? That's not a bus, is it?
Oh, I
Is that what she drives around in these days now? She's Richie Rich.
I would hate that because that would make me nauseous. I can't travel in those vehicles as long. Well, the limousines makes me nauseous.
Right, where's the bus?
That is what I should be travelling all my life in. That's me.
So my first kiss would have just been
Oh, where's the blue plaque?
in my pants.
I wondered what
I
that
certainly
was.
had blue balls that night. Let me tell you.
Does everyone know what we're doing today?
Going to see a rich person.
Oh, well.
I like this guy.
Well, what kind of rich person?
A happy rich person.
well, we'll have to wait and see, I think, about that. Today is about money and the relation of money to happiness.
I don't think I'd like to be the rich person in question, would you? It feels like they're going to like the monkey house or something.
It's interesting how money, the value of money to a lot of people, is its status value. So getting
Oh, they're trying to treat him posh, but that limo's got writing all over the back window.
into a limo like this, but many people will think, it's great, let's do that. But they do it because they feel, I'm in style now.
Well, guess what? This actually really makes me happy, Richard, all right? And you know why? Because I've never been in one.
Yeah, okay.
So it's an experience I wanted to have, you know, and I'm having it.
Fine. So that's a new experience.
Yeah.
I understand that.
And if you had the champagne, it'd be even greater.
Take the napkins out of the glasses.
I've seen glasses before, right?
Destination is Lyme Regis, and by the time they reach there 2 hours later, the novelty of travelling in a so-called luxury limo
I couldn't do it. 2 hours side on. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
has long since worn off. Richard has arranged to visit Elaine Thompson, who, along with her husband Derek, hit the lottery jackpot almost 10 years ago.
Richard?
Good to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Oh, no! He went for it.
Yeah, she left him
went
hanging.
for it. Oh, look at him go for the second kiss. That's awful.
Husband Derek hit the lottery jackpot almost.
Well, as Wilco says, they're all pissed. They could quite possibly be at this stage.
10
Look at
years
him
ago.
go for it. Oh, he's not happy.
Good to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Volunteer Veronica Puglia.
That's your lot, mate.
What I want to know, right back from the moment that your numbers were called, where
Whoa,
were you?
stop.
She's got some mini cheddars.
She's loaded. She's got all the Royal Dalton figurines and mini cheddars.
This is insane. I'm happy.
When the numbers came
I
up.
was in my lounge with the children, and I said to Karen, my eldest daughter...
I mean, one thing money doesn't buy you is taste.
Oh, she likes it.
And I checked.
But this is the thing, right? They're inviting us to judge her lifestyle now.
Well, I bet she's going to say, I bet she's lost all the
I
money.
was happier when I had no money.
Yeah.
I think we've won more than £10. She went, have we got £20 this week, Mum? I says, no, I think it's a bit more than that, darling. And she said, well, how? I says, I've got all 6 numbers. And then I started to cry because I thought, where's your husband when you need him?
How much did you win?
I won £2,704,666, and I gave a third of that to my brother.
My sister's watching. You can forget that.
Joe who?
You can forget that.
Life throws you tangents that you don't know are going to be there. My brother was living with me, and he went to play golf with Derek one day.
Dead. Someone's died.
Oh, don't.
Someone's died.
No.
And Derek came home to tell me that he'd collapsed and died on the golf course and had a heart attack.
If I was them, I would say to the Slough guy, can we have a... What the fuck are you doing, man? This is a total buzzkill. Also, this isn't about money made her unhappy. Someone died. Can we go?
Also, this is bad luck, good luck. This is nothing to do with anything she's done. This is nothing to do with a positive mental attitude. What the hell is this?
As Blues Noodler says, why are they all standing up? There are a lot of chairs there. You're absolutely right. Yeah, can we go? We're going to have to...
I don't mind them coming round to judge me lifestyle, but they're not sitting on my new suite.
52, and that was 3 years ago. Because I always say, money doesn't buy you happiness.
So who died, the brother or the husband?
The brother.
Well, so she can get the money back.
Silver linings. So hang on, is she lucky again? Oh, that's terrible. I'm going straight to hell for that.
Awful human being.
Wow.
It doesn't buy you love. If you're a happy person before the win, you're going to be happy afterwards. My life, and I've been there, guys. I've been a latchkey child, 7:30 in the morning till 7:30 at night on my own at 8-year-old, taking myself to school, bringing myself home, putting bin liners in my boots so that the rain wouldn't soak through onto my feet when I went to school. And if you had asked me now, if I could have my mum back and brother back, I'd go back to the bin line.
But that's not the deal.
No, it's not.
And he didn't... If you'd have said, I won the money and I bought him a Ferrari and he crashed it and died, my money caused his death. All right, I get that.
Yeah.
But no, something terrible
Life
happened.
happens, right? And the other thing is that she's not. It's not like she's. I didn't see my kids because I was working so hard trying to build this business, and I've got this massive house, and I've realised that I was concentrating on the wrong things. That's a lesson you learn about, evaluating your life and your priorities. This isn't about priorities. This is about someone who had some good luck, and then some rotten luck, and is wishing people back that she misses. We've all got people we miss.
I thought the story was going to be, I won the money, and it just. My life became a nightmare, and I hated it. Because he's there to prove to you that money doesn't buy you happiness. Well, that's not what her story is. That's not her story. This guy's a fraud. Also, what is this thing? What is this thing hanging over the edge of the banisters?
It's a tentacle. She's about to be abducted by aliens, so she doesn't realise they're looking back to get a bit worse.
Is it a yoga belt?
I was in my boots. And I'd go back to walking to work because I couldn't put the petrol in the car, simply to have one more year with my mum.
By the way, Joe, again, if you're watching this, forget it, man. I'll take the money. I'd rather have my sister for another year than £2.7 million. I've had 48 years of my sister.
I mean, we've all got to go sometime.
Exactly. If she goes, do I get the money?
And
She's not watching this time.
I give it all away to have them back.
So your relationships with your family are much more important than whatever money you have.
For heaven's sake.
The last thing my children will hear me say to them when they go to school are that I love you. Because I always think if anything happened to me, the last words they heard from me were that Mum loves you.
That's also quite damaging. I was brought up in a family of don't go to bed in an argument. Don't forget to kiss your mum and dad before you go out because they might die. That because they might die bit is not necessarily the healthiest way of raising children.
My last words to my kids are, will you bloody hurry up? You're going to be late.
I thought she was going to say, my last words to the kids are always, you're not getting anything, not a penny.
And that's more important than whether I've got 20 million in the bank or £2 in the bank.
You never had 20 million in the bank.
I just want them to know that having family and having a career and being happy is all they really need.
How much money have you got now?
But also, talking about having a career, people talk about, wasting their kids' childhoods by concentrating on their careers.
Oh, did she say having a career is more important? Well, hang on, let's go back to the commuting.
Yes,
exactly. The commuting.
Elaine's clearly not cut out for a life of leisure.
Oh, Jim. I know you didn't write it, but come on, man.
Besides spending time with her family, she also works in her own restaurant.
Well.
Sorry? The restaurant she owns?
Mm.
So okay.
And is a committed local charity worker.
Take care of everything. It was lovely to meet you. It was lovely to meet you. It was really
Sorry, Dad.
Why doesn't she want to stay at home with her kids? Rinsing every moment out. Could it be that there's more to life?
Well, St. John is right until we see this. Her being well off allows her to spend much more time with her own family than she would have with a normal life. That's right. This is the thing I've worked out. All money buys you is space.
Yeah.
Doesn't buy you time. It just buys you space, like physical space, and then you are able to do more of what you want to do in that space. That's it. That's all it buys you. Mm-hmm. But she's choosing to work, which is great. But she's just said...
But she's showing that it's not just all about spending time with your family then. She needs to feel fulfilled in other ways. She's going and helping other people's families out. There's nothing wrong with that, but...
Cody says, what has she got to do with Slough? She bought it.
Yeah.
The meal.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Carol. It was lovely to meet you, sweetie.
I was surprised to see what a lovely woman she was and how it was clear to...
Lovely woman she was.
I think she's going to be like Lord Snooty.
me that she was the kind of person who was happy.
But also, well, I mean, what is this, 20 years, 15 years ago? I mean, 2 million... I don't know what it was 15 years ago, but 2 million is it's not a huge amount. It's in London. I know she's not living in London. In London, it would get you, a very nice house in North London.
Yeah.
Out of London, obviously, it's different, but.
But people have these conversations, and I remember working at a radio station where the guy would always say, "Oh well, of course, lottery win isn't life changing." Yeah, it is. For most people, not having to pay a mortgage anymore would change their lives.
Yes, man.
wouldn't need to be a million would do me.
Yes, you're right, Pyjama. It's a life-changing amount, but not a lifetime of excess.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
You're not having
Thank you.
flipping baths in champagne and eating caviar for breakfast.
Before she got the money and remained happy.
I've never had caviar.
I have.
It tastes like all fish. All
It's
fish
like
taste the same.
It doesn't really taste of fish.
It's the taste of the sea. All fish taste the same.
It doesn't really taste of the sea either. It just tastes like, wow, this guy called Craig.
That's a beautiful. I think it's. I was going
What
to
a
say.
poetic vignette.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful image. Thank you. We are lucky to have you with us on the journey. Thank you.
Gosh.
It's
What
great.
a picture. What a wordsmith.
Yeah, well, exactly. I thank you for that. I appreciate that a lot, actually. I can almost smell it, almost taste it.
Afterwards.
Well, speaking of salty, that's what caviar tastes like.
The important things were her family.
Thank you, Craig.
It's been salty.
Thank you.
A bit like the sea.
John Lennon died with a reported 360 million in the bank. He wouldn't have had anything close to that in 1980. He wouldn't have had anything close to that in 1980.
Her friends, and doing work that she thought was worthwhile, and also giving back, yes. Giving to charity, supporting other people. And they're all the things we've been learning during these weeks. Well, cheers, everybody. It was a lovely day. Very interesting.
It's a bit miserable, mate.
And here's hoping we never win the lottery.
Why? Because your brother automatically dies? I don't think it works like that.
Whether rich, poor, or somewhere in the middle, the data shows that the biggest bonus of leading a happy and fulfilled life is that you'll live longer.
Back roads empty.
83-year-old Rex
I think I know
Burrow
why he's happy.
Tom, I just saw your email. I'll send you all the details. Yeah, we did. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's not a problem, honestly. But I'll send you an email tomorrow. But thank you.
and fulfilled life is that you'll live longer.
See, I'd be happy.
83-year-old Rex Burrow and his wife Mary.
Oh.
She's not happy.
That's the problem when you become an old lady, right?
Yeah.
Competition becomes tougher. Because there's loads of old ladies and not many old men.
5 are the
Thank you, Paul, for the bits.
eldest couple amongst the volunteers.
Oh, thank you. I'm too old to Twitch for the subscription.
Yes. Before Making Slough Happy started, they'd begun to slow down and withdraw from.
She's really thinking, can we hurry up this dance, please? Because no, Sally James over there.
Life around them. But now they've clearly got a spring back in their step.
One of them's got a spring somewhere, but...
I began to realise that if you want to be refreshed, you have to give out a lot of initial energy and overcome your own tiredness. Once you do that, then somehow or other there's an input back which is enlivening and which allows a whole new scope of things to take place.
I like a Tuesday.
No, I'm out. No thanks.
In fact, Rex and Mary have been so re-energised by the experience that they've organised a get-together at their house for the...
He keeps looking at his watch. I wonder if there's that dancer. I didn't... Is that the doorbell? I thought... No, okay.
surviving members of their old dance group, the Tuesday Club.
The surviving members.
Oh.
He's the only man.
Hang on a minute. I just heard something in there that I liked and we're going to steal.
I like a Tuesday.
They're at their...
I like a Tuesday. Do you like a Tuesday?
In fact, Rex and Mary have been so re-energised by the experience that they've organised a get-together at their house for the surviving members of their old dance group, the Tuesday Club.
Can we start a Tuesday Club, please?
When are we going to do it?
Wednesdays. Tuesday Club.
I like a Tuesday.
And you like a Thursday. I like. Is that what they're saying? Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Something to do with Thursday.
Tuesdays are Thursdays are Thursdays are Tuesdays. Let's go and have it off. Tuesday Club coming tomorrow. Exclusive to Twitch. Tuesday Clubs.
And this old man's back garden, but he's probably...
I like a Tuesday.
Making Slough Happy's psychotherapist, Brett Carr, specialises in music therapy and is keen to witness this third age revival.
I'm obsessed with this woman.
This is
This woman with the red hair and in the pink, she
likes a Tuesday.
She is going for it. I love her. Look at her. She's really acting it. No, Raimi, not the See You Next Tuesday Club. Please, thank you.
A whole new scope of
It's the redhead with the pink top. This lady here.
In fact, Rex and Mary have been so re-energised by the experience that they've organised a get-together at their house for the surviving members of their old dance group, the Tuesday Club.
This lady,
Make Slough Happy's psychotherapist, Brett Carr, specialises in music therapy and is keen to witness this third age revival.
Tuesday, no. This is the way we'll go.
They don't know the words.
Oh, fantastic. Brava, hello.
Brava! This guy knows his
Surely
stuff.
it should be Bravi.
Is that your theme song?
That's our theme song.
Okay.
And then because we need our dear Rex for piano, and we can't get
the
piano
It's not
down
that kind
here,
of club.
so we're going upstairs to sing I Want
It might be that kind of club.
to be happy,
but I can't be.
Yay!
Giving it 6 now, as my parents would say.
Giving it what?
6 now.
What does that mean?
Giving it rice.
What does that mean?
Giving it her all.
It's 20 years since Rex and Mary first formed the Tuesday Club with their friends. Every week they'd hold music and movement sessions for the old folk of Slough to help keep them active.
When skies are grey and you say you
he loves it.
But more recently, old age and ill health has taken its toll on the club's membership. Their last public performance was 6 years ago.
This is the old people version of us gathering when we're old and singing, Utah Saints! You, Utah Saints!
won't be happy till I make you happy too.
Oh, wow.
Can we sit down now, please?
A gorgeous chorus.
I think I know where they're happy as well. That house will be paid off.
Yeah.
Lovely back
I know
garden.
exactly who this guy reminds me of. Simon Fanshawe. No Simon Fanshawe?
I know the name. Who's that?
He's a comedian. Just find you Simon Fanshawe. We're going to keep him because we're going to look at him tomorrow. Fanny. Simon Fanshawe. Used to be on That's Life.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, same voice.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not fall down. We're going to finish in a bit. Everyone's going. We're going a bit late, but we've got to make the hours up. So, hang on. Here we go. Let's watch
Back
a bit
to
more.
Utah Saints.
This is an hour. I didn't realise.
Lovely.
Greetings once more. We will perhaps just move about in the good old-fashioned way.
My God, the size of that room.
The good old-fashioned way. Here we go. Yes, Wilco. Very culty.
When we feel like it, one at a time.
Do they mean naked?
That's the old-fashioned way.
It's the most old-fashioned.
I mean, we're having a laugh, but it's fucking ridiculous. No, we're having a laugh, but it's actually very sweet. It's very, very sweet. I went for a cheap gag there, but it's very sweet.
Bestie Boy says it's keys in the bowl
Well,
time.
I mean, Raimi, they're all still alive now. I bet this lot will be well old now. Says like, but yes, okay. This is actually very sweet. This is very sweet. I like a Tuesday.
I like a Thursday.
What's this?
It looks like a paddle.
Why have they got paddle?
That's for Wednesday Club.
Why have they got paddle?
That's like when I went to see the old couple when I was a trainee journalist.
Yeah.
I went to report on this old couple's 50th wedding anniversary and interviewed them, and they were lovely, and she was blind and he, they're both very old, and
That's not Big Boy behind us.
He was, you know, her eyes and ears, and he sort of went in and he gave her a little kiss on the forehead and everything, and we had the whole conversation about how do you keep, you know, love alive throughout the decades, and it was all, you know, caring and sharing and never going to bed in an argument and all that sort of stuff, and giving people a kiss in case they die when they go out. But as I left, on the side, there was a massive vibrator. What I'm saying is, old people do it.
Can someone tell me why is Alpha Cent talking about newspapers and PDF? And if it's irrelevant, you're getting banned. No, that isn't. That's Pat's behind. I don't know where Big Boy's gone. You're getting very close to getting banned because I don't know what you're talking about and it's boring. Right, here we go.
There are different energies at different stages in our life.
What is this? What is this?
It might be what you think it is.
And it's about...
That room is massive. That's upstairs.
It is. That must be the whole length of the house, surely.
No, I thought when you looked down the corridor, there was a corridor out there that went further down.
Giving and receiving. But not doing it, if I give X amount today, I'll get 10% back. I don't...
That's what it's about, kids. Giving and receiving.
That's back to the paddle, you know, the paddle and the cross. That's what you got there, giving and receiving, isn't it?
Gosh.
I don't think it's ever in a neat little box.
Oh, no, look. There's a kitchen. Maybe it's, what's it about when the house is upside down, a maisonette? Is that is that an upside down house?
Yes.
Because it looks like there's a kitchen there.
Or a dungeon.
It's about being and living in the moment.
Oh. She's off again. Oh.
I need to talk to your group, if I may.
You're all going to die very soon. But before, I would like to give you pleasure with my fingers and tongue.
All right, okay, guys, come on.
You're telling me they've never been licked out? Is that what you're saying?
It's a dance club. Why are you even talking about that?
Sorry, I forgot. It's Tuesday Club, not Wednesday Club. I apologise.
What you have here is really very, very moving and very, very special.
A maisonette is a house on top of a flat. No. I do not believe that, Paul. I do not believe that, Paul. That cannot be correct.
I lived in a maisonette and it was a flat. We had to go up some stairs.
I thought it was
and
a flat on a shop.
Yeah, and there was another house underneath it.
Paul, is this correct data?
But it was my hall and landing.
And I can see what kind of support network you've created for one another. I think it's really quite precious.
Yes.
And I think to see this connectedness that you all share amongst yourselves.
Connectivity.
And have sustained.
Connection, actually.
Over so many years is very, very psychologically important and will promote good.
Paul says yes. Thank you, Paul. In that case, then that is sorted.
Mental well-being and physical well-being as well. You're a mark.
Mulligan for he's about to sell them timeshares.
And singing and singing.
Use it or lose it.
Yes, use it or lose it.
Absolutely. You're a gorgeous group. Rex, you have a whole harem here.
Mate. I know he's been making filthy jokes, but we're not in the room.
No.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
What you have here.
Someone just say Christ.
Someone did say Christ, didn't they? Oh dear, Christ.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
What you have here needs to be shared with other people.
That'd be old me.
Can we tempt you to go on the road?
Do you know what, Alpha? I'm bored of you. I don't know what's going on here, but goodbye.
More time in our world.
But you're role models, Jean. You're a role model. Really, a lot of people once they reach their 70s and 80s, have given up hope.
Red, thank you for the sub.
Especially if
Appreciate
they're
it.
bereaved or widowed in some way.
Maybe we can gather together.
Yes. If the day.
It would bring such pleasure to so many people.
Would you go to Slough and pleasure people?
With an average age of over 75, going back on the road is a decision not to be taken lightly.
It suggests that there was some sort of dance troupe in the day.
Send a kiss round.
What's going on here?
Thank you, Bob. Monkey Man Hendricks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't understand all of your message, but thank you for sharing it.
Sarah.
He went for the lips. Flipping it. Right, we need this in better quality. Hang on.
Over 75, going back on the road is a decision
Come
not
on,
to be
picture.
taken lightly.
Send a kiss round.
Send a kiss around. Look, he's going in here. Look.
Oh,
Three
mate, come on.
Questions you need to ask. Was it too late for? Was it too soon for? What is it time for? Well, I think there are certain things it's obviously too late for. I shan't be dancing around with quite the abandon I was when I was 20.
Was that young woman with the
Was it
bosoms?
too soon for? It's certainly too soon to relinquish life and to relinquish activity, to relinquish involvement with people. What's it time for? Well, that's a very interesting question. I wonder whether one of the things it's time for is a bit more engagement with the outcomes that are
He's going to divorce her.
rising from this group. You're all right, aren't you?
Ah, that's lovely. That's lovely. She's going to divorce him, I think. But that'll be me and you in our 70s. I think we're done. We're done for the night. It's past. It's past. Thank you. Well, we're going to do a raid in a second. It's very, very quick. I just want to thank our sponsors, JPU Records. Thank you. Happy Kids Christmas. I think it's on Spotify now, but you can certainly order it. It's $9.99. Don't forget, use the code TLNA and go and check out the FEM 2.0. Richard Gregorian, as always, thank you, my friend. You are beyond generous. I know he's put a few more quid in the Scott Balcony kitty as well for prizes and stuff.
Thanks, Richard.
So thank you. Nick at Poseidon sent me a little message saying he got the tweets, but he's just staying off Twitter for a little bit because he's looking after his mental health.
Good for him.
I'm sure he won't mind me sharing that. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing that. He's just, he's what I like about Nick, and I've chatted to him a bit, is he gets, he's a big tough security guy, but he also knows that sometimes he just needs to go and rest and look after himself. So thank you, Nick, and thank you, Abby Care. It is appreciated. We're going to go and have a little look at a virtual tour of your place tomorrow. abbycare.co.uk. If you're struggling with addiction, definitely worth going and having a little look with them. Right, so we made it to 20 minutes and 21 seconds on that. So we will pick that up tomorrow. Let us now do it on this window here. Let's go and do a little. And I need another tab open, guys. I need another tab. Where do I mute that? Although I love the ads on here, they're great. Just want to check, 'cause I would love to take you to Mr. Zadok one day, but he doesn't really stream at this time of night. He's one of my favourites and no one watches him. I love Mr. Zadok. Oh, what's this? Newlywed Game. Oh.
Who's the worst driver?
We did that.
It's on unlocked over and again. Why did we do that?
At the beginning.
What's your favorite color?
Your favorite color?
This has got to be it, isn't it?
Yeah.
This has got to be it, isn't it? Very rarely do we go straight in. But this has definitely got to be it. There's a cat down there, sorry.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Not just any cat, George.
That was a nice, relaxed vibe tonight. Enjoyed that. Have we raided him before?
Yeah.
We have, haven't we?
Yes.
Oh, let's go and raid him again. Of course we have. Of course we have. Let's go and raid him again. I liked him. Thank you. Yoga tomorrow. If you feel up for it, you can come on Zoom and be part of the show. Who's our guest tomorrow?
Caitlin Bailey from the Oldest Profession podcast.
We'll put a little link in. Catherine will tweet a little link to the podcast.
Yeah.
So your homework would be to, I did say remind him on My Boy. Yeah, maybe have a listen to one of those episodes if you get the chance. Otherwise, you can still tune in. We are back tonight at 9 o'clock. Till then, tutty bye.